有同學啱啱答咩？Okay, let me share the PowerPoint with you. 好，咁我哋今日咧就即係其實嗱，我哋上兩堂啦，咁我哋即係由講咗乜嘢為之嘅好嘅 character design 啦，或者個character design 除咗我哋攞嚟設計做一啲動畫之外，我哋發現到原來佢可以有好多唔同嘅即係嚟開出 product 啊等等啦。你見到喂原來嗰個發展途徑好大嘅。咁跟住上個禮拜我哋都 show 咗俾你睇咧，我哋原來可以做一啲設計嘅時候咧，咁我哋可能會做一啲即係可能會做一啲mascot 嘅 design 啊，咁同埋我哋都大概知道咗，原來我哋讀art direction stream 嘅同學仔咧，其實主要嘅作用係啲乜啦？原來我哋係會即係睇晒成套，即係我諗你大家最嚟緊即係會接觸嘅就係製作一個動畫嘅時候，咁你哋係要負責做一啲 character design 啊。咁當然啦，呢一科就學 character design 啦，咁但係你會繼續。會有其他 module 會學埋 character design 啊、scene design 啊、等等唔同嘅嘢，咁係令到成個動畫係好完整嘅、好靚嘅。咁我上個禮拜咧就 show 咗一啲唔同嘅動畫嘅啲例子俾大家睇啊。我唔記得大家仲知唔知啊？記唔記得啦？例如我播咗 Song of the Sea 啊、Paperman 啊，咁你都見到其實喺唔同嘅動畫裏面啦，佢哋都設計咗啲同佢嘅故事或者同佢成個場景嘅 style 嘅風格上都好配合嘅一啲角色嘅設定嘅，係咪？咁我哋上個禮拜就大高呼咗啲嘢咁嘅嘢啦。咁跟住我就要大家就嘗試去諗下，我哋嚟緊第一份嘅功課，做一個機械人嘅時候，究竟我哋會做啲咩嘅機械嘅設計咧？咁我哋今日咧就會集中於喺呢一份嘅 assignment 裏面咧去做一個即係機械嘅設計。咁我哋就會教你點樣啊，由你上個禮拜，我當你真係揾咗啲 research 啊，咁揾完啲 research 咁點咧？係咪？咁下一個步驟我哋要點做咧？咁我今日就會大約講呢一樣嘢啦。So last week, we're talking about what is the character design, okay? Because you're studying in the art direction stream, so you will know that you're going to produce an animation with your group mates, okay? Of course, you don't have any group mate right now, but you will know that we will produce an animation in a group, okay? So you study in the art direction stream, which means you are taking care of the all the character design, the scene designs, the props design. Okay, so last week I showed you some good animation. Okay, if you still remember, I show you Song of the Sea. Okay, that animation you will find that all the scenes or all the character design, they look like the illustrations. Okay, it looked like the whole animation looked like an animated illustration book. Okay, so I show you some other animations such as the Paperman, and I also told you that why they would pick black and white color instead of a full color in the animation, because they got some idea, okay, because they want to focus on the wet lipsticks marks. Okay, so that's why they were using the black and white. Okay, so that you will know that you're studying in the art direction stream, you were working on the character design and also the art direction of an animation. Okay, so today we're talking about the robot character design, which is your CA1. Okay, in this assignment, you will start working on the research. So last week, I remembered I showed you some website, okay, and I did show you how to do the research, okay, how to find some good robot research, okay, and then I asked you to download some good relevant research, and then today I will, based on what you find in last week and what you're going to learn in this week, is drafting your idea. Okay, drafting your idea. So I told you that today you may need a sketchbook or some drawing tablet so that you can sketch your idea today in the lesson. Okay? 好啦，咁首先呢度有一啲即係好似平時咁樣啦，咁可能我有時個 PowerPoint 裏面有一啲片咧，我就未必一定即係一定會播俾大家睇或者高呼俾大家睇嘅，係啦，咁但係咧就可能你哋都可以花啲時間自己可以即 課餘嘅時間啦，即係我冇講嘅地方嘅時間咧，你可以去睇嘅。係啦，so sometimes you will find that I put a lot of information in our PowerPoint, but maybe I will not show everything with you because I know that once I put it into the PowerPoint, I mean put it into the notes, actually you will download it, okay? And then if you want to look for more information, okay, you can just go in, log in my notes and download it and looking for more information, okay? So let me share this screen with you first. 好啦，咁呢一個 website 係啲咩嚟嘅咧？我好快咁高呼佢嘅啫。係啦，咁其實咧，不過我唔知點解啲圖暫時未 load 到啊，咁由佢等一陣間先。係啦，咁其實佢就好簡單咧，就講咗有6個 tips 咧，點樣去幫你哋去諗一個即係機械嘅一個設計啊。係啦，咁呢個就等陣間其實我哋都會好快咁高呼一次㗎啦。咁其實 exactly 就有少少似我哋而家會做嘅做法啦。Now I'm going to share a website with you, because I think that this website is quite nice because it concludes 6 important tips when you design a robot. Okay, so actually we will go for it one by one in class. Okay, so let's quickly go for it. If you want to go deeply with something written in the website, you feel free to read it carefully. Once you can download into the Moodle. 咁第一個點咧就係揾一啲 research 啊，咁啊好似我上個禮拜叫大家去揾一啲 research 一樣啦，係啦，咁你見到咦佢揾啲真實嘅相喎，但係我上個禮拜要你揾嘅咧係啲機械嘅設計喎，咁唔緊要嘅，係啦，我陣間都會話俾你聽嘅，點解咧？因為舉例原來你想揾一個會識飛嘅機械人。係啦，咁當然啦，你就可以上網揾一啲人哋設計得好好嘅會飛嘅機械人嘅圖啦，係咪？嘅一啲 drawing 啦，啲 design 啦。咁但係同時間你都可以好似我上次俾你睇一啲同學仔做嘅功課，可能你真係揾飛機，飛機係點嘅咧？因為佢識飛㗎嘛，係咪？咁我哋會睇到原來飛機會飛係咪有對翼係嘛？咁但係當然啦，有啲飛機就係左右兩片咁嘅機翼啦，係咪？咁有一啲飛機係一啲陀螺，即係咩螺旋形啊，或者好似一啲即係一啲唔同嘅設計都係令到佢飛得起嘅，係嘛？咁我哋會揾一啲咁嘅機器啦。咁有啲同學話：，我想揾一啲做一啲 character design 係佢隻手咧係可以夾起一啲嘢嘅。咁你咪可以揾下有冇啲 reference 對啲好似機械夾啊，即係好簡單啦，夾公仔機，夾公仔機佢咪有個夾啲公仔上嚟嘅，可能你咪又揾啲相去睇下，喂，究竟個夾，跟住個夾係咩結構嘅咧？佢好螺絲會整喺邊嘅咧？佢個夾係兩個開合啊，定好似3隻手指咁樣 Y 字形咁夾下定點嘅咧？咁我哋都會可能會揾一啲相片啊，去睇一啲detail 嘅地方例如你話唔係喎，我嘅機械人佢其中一隻腳係一個車轆嚟嘅噃，咁你可能都會揾下車轆都有好多種㗎，私家車嘅車轆又係車轆，坦克車嘅車轆又係車轆，係嘛？一啲泥頭車嘅車轆咧，啲坑紋又好深好大嘅，究竟你講緊嘅車轆係咩車轆啊？咁你就去揾一啲適合嘅 research 啦，係咪？ So the first tips is doing the research. Okay, just like what I told you in last week. Okay, you need to start working on the research. For example, if you're going to design a robot which can fly, okay, so maybe you will look for some research of some flying machine, some airplane, some drone design. Okay, so you will study what kind of mechanism, okay, it will help that robot to fly. Okay, so for example, maybe you're going to design a robot with some robotic arms. Okay, so you will study with some research and looking for some of the mechanic, okay, how the joint will move, okay, how many fingers of that arms, 2 or 3, and how we will design the rotation joint, okay. So you will looking at a lot of different reference, especially for the robot or some machine, okay, or maybe you, in your robot design you got some of the wheels, okay, instead of a leg. Maybe you will prefer to have a wheel design, and then maybe you were looking for different wheels in different vehicles, okay, and then you will study how the wheels will look like, so that this is the first step, doing the research, okay, looking for some good research, some relevant research, so that you may apply some of the detail in your robot later on when you're doing the design. 好啦，咁我哋揾完啲 research 咁跟住之後點咧？咁我哋今日就會做呢一個部分啦，就係第二個 step。我哋就會畫一啲剪影先嘅，係啦。不過我覺得佢而家你見到圖裡面嗰個剪影咧，我都覺得略嫌 detail 咗啲嘅。咁我會等間 show 俾你睇咧，就係我哋會好 rough sketch 咗大概嗰個剪影，即係例如你個 robot 啊，我想佢比較肥矮嘅。好啦，咁我就 base on 呢個肥矮嘅 idea 咧，我就 draft 一啲肥矮嘅一啲嘅即嘅 design 嘅樣先啦，係啦。咁跟住我就再 base on 嗰個肥矮嗰個 idea 咧，我就再畫其他嘅嘢出嚟啦，係啦。So the second step is we're doing some of the sketch. Okay, some of the sketch. You can see that here. Okay, they're doing some of the research. Like this, okay? But I think that is quite detailed at this moment. What I need you to do is rough design. But this one, okay, the one shown in this PowerPoint, this part, I think is quite detailed. But you don't need to do as detailed as this one, okay? Firstly, you only need to draft your idea. For example, maybe I'm going to design a robot, which is very big robot, very big, just like a tank. Okay, a really big robot. Okay, so maybe I got this idea in my mind, and then I would draft a lot of robot which is very big. Okay, maybe very short and very big. Okay, look like very powerful. Okay, so I would draft a lot of the idea which is quite big and quite very sharp idea, and I will not put some detail in that robot at this moment. For example, I will not draw the detail of the hand or head, okay? I will just draft the overall shapes first, okay? Once I draft the shapes, and then I will apply some detail on it, okay? So no need to draw as detailed as this one, but I will working with you draft something like this in black color, just some of the shading only, okay? And we will call it the silhouette. 係啦，咁我哋咧畫呢啲嘅時候咧就好 rough 咁畫得㗎啦。我嫌呢張圖咧，佢呢個例子嘅圖咧，我覺得太 detail 啦已經。係啦，咁我覺得可以畫得再 rough 啲嘅。係啦，咁純粹將你個腦裡面嘅一個簡單嘅 idea 畫出嚟先，純粹由你個腦好快，你個腦諗咗啲乜即刻畫落張紙度或者個 drawing tablet 裡面先。咁然之後咧，我哋會畫嘅方法咧就好似而家你見到咁樣嘅黑色嘅，即係我唔要你有 detail。即係有啲同學咧就慣性咧畫嘢一嚟咧就畫得好仔細好仔細，但我就想大家咧先試下用一啲黑色係啦，或者你用鉛筆係啦，好 rough 咁樣隻手咧由佢隨意咁樣捽，係啦，睇下你想要個效果高矮肥瘦啊係點樣樣先，跟住大概你畫咗一堆呢啲咁嘅 sketch 之後，我哋先再加啲 detail 喺上高，再 base on 你頭先講嘅設計，原來佢一個醫療機械人嚟嘅，咁佢醫療機械人咧，即係佢可能會做手術啦，佢會幫手做手術，咁可能我會有一啲 detail 嘅嘢咧，俾佢可以做手術嘅，例如可能佢頭頂眼燈，因為佢要即係因為要做手術，咁佢要照到個病人嘅一啲內臟啊嘛，唔係咁可能佢會有一排燈喺佢頭度嘅，揼框咁樣樣嘅，係啦，咁呢啲 detail 我就後嚟先再加落去啦，就 base on 你嘅設計，佢係一個乜嘢機械人，我就再加翻嗰類嘅特徵俾佢，咁所以咧我第一下嘅感覺咧，我就未必使畫到咁仔細住先嘅。 你會加 detail 就喺後面嘅，OK？ So I will add the detail after I drafting the overall shape. For example, what details I would put in my characters. Okay, for example, I told you that you need to think about what kind of robot you need to design. For example, I would like to design a robot, a medical robot. Okay, so maybe this robot need to do some of the surgery for the patient. Okay, so you know that the doctor, okay, need a lot of light, okay, to light up the patient, okay, when they doing the surgery, okay, because you know that when they cut the body and then the body is quite dark, okay, they need to search the organs, okay, to do the surgery, so they need a lot of lights, okay, so maybe I will think about I need to put a lot of lights on the head, okay, this kind of details I would put later, okay, after I drafting the silhouette, okay, I will not do it at this moment, okay, once I find a good silhouette and I would put a lot of details, okay, so something like this. So you can see for the tips number 3， 好啦，就好似你見到第3點呢一個啦，就係當我 draft 咗一啲好 rough 嘅 idea 之後咧，我就會睇翻啦，我而家要設計嘅係乜鬼機械人咧，我就會睇翻啲個別嘅獨特嘅一啲 detail 嘅地方啦，我就會加翻呢啲元素落去啦。例如我呢一個機械咧，原來係一個士兵嚟嘅。即係軍用機械人嚟嘅，咁我就會諗啦，我就會揾就會 apply 啲嚟槍嘅 design 啦，我點樣將啲槍嘅 design 放喺我機械人度啊？跟住例如原來機械人或者個武器我有個大炮嘅，係啦，咁我諗下我點樣將個大炮嘅元素放落去啦？咁我就會揾咗好多一啲嘅一啲咁嘅元素落去啦，同埋我亦都要諗下啦，呢個機械人佢係點樣移動嘅咧？係啦，你有陣時都要諗喎。例如原來佢係靠個碌去行嘅，或者靠隻腳去行嘅。咁你就要諗下佢有啲關節啊，咁你就要睇下啲腳嘅 design 係點㗎咯喎，係咪？例如你話佢唔係行嘅，佢碌㗎，啲車咁樣樣嘅，咁你咪睇下啲車嘅 design 咯。所以你明唔明？我就開頭喺啲 draft 先嘅。然之後，我哋一步一步咧就 on top 加啲 detail 俾佢啦，包括頭先我講嘅一啲，佢係因為佢有咩嘅機械人，因此佢有啲乜嘢獨特嘅一啲元素，或者你都要諗下佢點樣喐啊、行啊、拎嘢啊，因為我估好多機械人都會有拎嘢嘅動作噶嘛。咁你諗下，佢可以唔係手㗎，即係你望下自己隻手有5隻手指，咁其實我可以唔係手嘅形態嘅喎，我咪3隻手指啊。唔係手指得唔得啊？係一個吸管嚟嘅，得唔得啊？係咪？即係你要諗有好多呢啲嘢咯。So the third tips is you need to do some more research on some details. Okay. For example, if your character is a soldier, okay, so you need to put a lot of guns, or some weapon, okay, you need to put some weapon into your robot because it is a soldier, okay, so you need to do more research about a weapon, or maybe if your robot is a soldier robot, okay, is a soldier, okay, you also need to think about how to fight, how this robot fights, okay, how he run, how he you can think about how he on the battlefield, how this soldier will fight, okay, using the legs or using another things, okay, maybe his arm can extend, okay, for very far away to attack the people, okay, so you need to think about these details once you got a general draft your idea, okay， 係啦，咁跟住咧我哋揾咗多啲更加多嘅 research 啊，我哋就會設計翻多啲清晰啲嘅一啲關節啊，係啦，或者係好似你而家見到嘅，好啦，例如你要諗，例如佢係隻腳，佢係隻腳，咁你唔好就咁畫一隻腳啦，你就諗下，佢個 join 係點樣去設計嘅咧？佢個圓形球體嘅關節啊，咁圓形球體關節就即係話佢可以360度轉啦。係咪？咁如果你話唔係喎，好似我哋手臂咁，得一個 direction 嘅啫，係嘛？咁嘅話，個關節又會點設計嘅咧？嗰螺絲啊，嗰啲 關節位係點樣去做嘅咧？因為我最簡單啦，我舉個例子，我以前見過啲同學仔咧設計嗰啲機械人咧係點嘅咧？咁啊，得個頭啦，你當佢個波嘅形啦，跟住咧就揾條好似水管嘅啦，就係佢條頸啦，跟住可能你當佢個身咧都係一個圓圓地嘅一個 shape 嘅嘢啦，咁佢就會畫咗個圓形，中間一條嘢，再加一個圓形嘅嘢，即係好似吉魚蛋咁，圓形加條棍，再加個圓形。好啦，咁我其實成日都會問一個問題：你如果真係我要你做呢一個機械人嘅模型出嚟，你做唔做到咧？咁你話得，點解做唔到啫？我揾個波咁樣揾支棍吉喺個波中間咁唔得咩？得，咁但係你諗下佢轉唔轉到啊？你吉一嚿金屬插咗落去一個金屬度，佢冇啲關節活動關節嘅話，佢點喐啊？係嘛？即係你可以諗下一個諗法係咁，我試下開個 Photoshop 先。Okay, so when you're thinking about your module design, okay, you need to think about the joint, especially the joint, the mechanic joint, how the joint will move. Okay, because I saw some of the design from our student. Okay, maybe they're working on a robot. They think about the head of the ball and also the body of the robot. They are in ball shape, a circular shape. Okay, and then they try to using maybe a cylinder shape to connect it with the head and also the body. Okay, and then I will ask them how the head turns or rotate. Okay, is there any joint in between the neck and also the head so that they can rotate the head freely or anything? Okay, because sometimes I find some of the robot didn't think about it. So I'm now going to using a Photoshop, okay, and then I would draw on the tablet, okay, so that I can show you what I'm talking about. 係啦，咁等我陣，我而家開緊個 Photoshop，係啦，咁我想試下咧，話俾你聽，我頭先講個關節位咧係點樣樣咧？因為我發覺好多同學仔咧喺以前做呢啲咁嘅機械嘅設計嘅時候咧，係忘記晒呢堆嘢嘅，係啦，咁啊變咗咧，我覺得好唔合理嘅，即係根本冇可能咁樣喐嘅，係啦。咁等我而家轉咗個畫面去 Photoshop 先啦。So let me switch my monitor into the Photoshop first. Then I can demonstrate in the Photoshop and talking about it because I usually find this problem, okay, in the student assignment because they didn't think about it carefully. Okay, so just make sure that you will not do the same mistake. Okay. 係啦，因為我發覺實在即係以前我見到太多同學咧都犯同一個錯誤啊，係啦，咁所以咧我就即係特登即係希望講清楚啲啦，咁等大家做嘅時候咧，好啦，嗱你見到啦，而家就係一個Photoshop 嘅畫面啦。嗱，而家其實我做呢個 step 咧，唔係你等間會做嗰樣嘢，你等間做嗰啲係好 rough 嘅 sketch 嗰啲 idea 先嘅啫。好啦，我而家做緊嘅 step 咧就係諗住你 sketch 完個 idea 咯喎，係啦，你好似頭先咁樣黑色一撇油咗咯喎，畫咗啲嘢出嚟咯喎，跟住我哋喺裏面揀咗個較為合適嘅。之後我哋加 detail 嘅時候先至做嘅。So now I'm going to show you not exactly the right thing that you need to do today. Okay, because you know that today you are going to draft your idea. Okay, but once you got the draft and then you will put some detail on it. Okay, especially for some of the joints, some of the arms. Okay, so this is the next step. Okay, what I'm talking about is sometimes I find some of the student, okay, no, maybe not maybe they are thinking about the head like this. Okay, and then they may think about the body with something like this. Okay, so maybe, okay, this is the arm. Okay, so this is maybe the design. And then I will think about what happened to this area. Okay, this is the head. Okay, and this is the body. Okay, but how it rotate. Okay, because there's no joint. Okay, no joint in between these two shapes. Okay, so you need to think carefully what happened here. Okay, any mechanism to help this robot to rotate its head. For example, maybe actually the body is not attached on the body directly. Okay, maybe the head need some space in between the model, and then maybe it got some of the hollow shape here. Okay, maybe I will think about some of the cable. Maybe I got some of the joint here. Okay, maybe there's some of the cable things. Okay, maybe I got something inside. I'm not sure. I'm not sure what kind of joint can be here, or maybe I will got some of the things here, and this one can connect it to here, and this is the joint. Some of the gear things. Okay, I need to think about what is the joint. For example, the shoulder here. Okay, you cannot just attach a cylinder shape directly into your body like this. Okay, maybe you need to think about some of the gear shape。係啦，咁同你嗰個手咧一樣嘅，即係你唔可以咧咁樣一條管咁樣，即係你諗下你嗰個機械人，你唔可以咁一條管咁懟落去個機械人度嘅。咁你可以睇翻好多機械一啲嘅設計啊，跟住可能佢會有啲咁嘅關節啊，係啦，即係有啲咁嘅機械嘅關節咧，即係呢度有個螺絲，咁等佢咧可以做一啲旋轉嘅動作啊，咁呢個機械人咪可以喐咯。又或者例如原來你個機械人咧係有個手臂嘅，咁原來咧其實佢係由兩個咁樣嘅螺絲，一個咧就開啲嘅，咁去做一啲咁樣嘅關節。咁嚟到個手啦，一樣啦。咁佢點樣去做佢啲手指咧？哦，原來呢度有另一組嘅機械嘅關節，跟住可能呢有啲電線嘅，因為佢係機械嚟噶嘛。你都要諗下，喂，佢點樣輸電㗎？係咪？跟住可能呢度咧就有個夾嘅，係啦，呢個夾咧呢度好螺絲啦，跟住呢度另口漏螺絲啦。係咪? So you also need to think about this is a robot, which means that it got some power supply. Okay, where is the power supply? Okay, maybe they will got some of the cable inside, just like this. Okay, the cable. Okay, because it will providing this robot some energy. Okay, some electricity so that it can move. Okay, so the body. Okay, just like you need to do some of the maybe some ball shape and some ball shape here. Okay, this is the ball joint. Okay, so that it can be have some of the legs. Okay, so you need to think about some detail like this. Okay, how the joint will work. 咁最緊要就係我發覺咧，以前啲同學仔咧好多時唔記得晒啲關節啦。例如有啲同學仔，喂，似個機械人有眼耳口鼻咁樣樣，喂，咁你點樣喐啊？呢個眼會唔會有個關節佢可以開合眼嘅咧？即係佢可以咧，即係上下即係眼皮一個機械嘅關節咁樣開合嘅，定點嘅咧？係咪？咁你要諗清楚，佢真係一個金屬冇彈性嘅。係啦，咁佢點樣轉啲關節咧？咁咪我咪有啲螺絲啊，咁可唔可以轉啲關節咯？咁你要諗清楚，嗰個機械嗰個結構係啲乜嘢嘢咯。So you need to think very carefully because you know that a robot, okay, which is made by metal, I believe that the metal is very rigid. Okay, it is not elastic. Okay, so for some of the robot, okay, very rigid shape. Okay, how this rigid shape can move. Okay, for example, you can see the detail here. Okay, you can see that they need a lot of screw. They need a lot of joint. Okay, so you can see that for some of the robot, it got this kind of very some pipe shapes. OK， 咁你見到機械咧好多時就會有啲咁樣嘅水管狀嘅物體啊、關節啊、螺絲啊，係嘛？你見到有啲咩把，即係啲手把啊，即係呢啲咁嘅位置嘅啦。你見到係咪？嗱，好似呢個就係我先講嘅手腕嘅地方啦。係咪？咁個手腕佢會有啲咩圓形啦，係嘛？咁即係佢代表，即係佢應該係有啲螺絲咁樣嘢啦。咁佢就轉啦。咁你見唔見到啦？呢個 我特登 zoom 近啲俾大家睇。呢一個關節位咧，佢特登做咗啲好似橡皮膠咁樣嘅效果，就係呢個關節就同埋佢特登咧，因為你諗下，如果係金屬，佢唔可以屈曲太多噶嘛。咁但係佢咧就外面咧就有啲咩橡皮膠咧，咁就變咗可以咧伸展啦。嗱，呢啲膊頭你見唔見啦？佢做咗一啲咁嘅圓形嘅關節啊，等佢可以喐啊，見唔見到？咁我見到好多時以前嘅同學仔咧，佢就有陣時忽略咗呢啲地方啊，就冇諗過呢啲關節嘅地方，就純粹畫嚿好似機械人嘅物體啦，但係就唔合理嘅。咁我一睇咧，我就會見到就好唔合理啦。咁點解你話要做到咁 detail 咧？嗱，記得啦，我哋做完個 character design 可能係會放去 animation 度做噶嘛。咁你都唔諗清楚啲關節去做，咁我點樣放喺個 animation 度做咧？咁佢真係動畫嘅話，佢就會自然會喐噶啦嘛。啲關節我哋就要自然要考慮佢點樣 animate 噶啦嘛。你冇諗過佢啲關節，咁我例如將來做一個 3D 動畫，咁我點樣去製作個關節，令到佢喐得嚟合理咧？咁冇理由個機械人會即係冇呢啲關節噶嘛，係嘛？So why we need to think very carefully about all these joint, or you can see that the joint at the elbow here, okay, it got some of the plastic things, okay, so that it can be elastic, okay, so that it can rotate the elbow, okay, and you can see this is the shoulder. You can also see this kind of machine, okay, this kind of things that it will allow the robot to rotate their shoulders, okay. So I find that most of the students, they miss this kind of details, okay, so that actually the robot cannot be moved correctly. Okay, why we need to think this carefully? Because you know that you have to understand that because you're learning about the animation, which means that once you design your character, it probably will put this character design into an animation. So you have to think about how this character can move, how to animate this character. Okay, if they don't have any joints, okay, they cannot move. Okay, so you need to think about carefully. 好啦，咁跟住下一個 step 我哋諗咗呢啲咁嘅關節咯。好啦，咁嗱呢啲機械就未必係一定要 for 你哋啦，係咪？即係可能我哋就 skip 咗啦，因為你哋未必係做一個即係一個軍用機械人噶嘛。So I will skip this part because we may not need to put a weapon into your model robot because maybe your robot is not for fighting purpose, okay? So maybe we can skip this one. Okay, the final one is quite nice, okay? The last tips is coloring and do some of the decos. Decos mean some sticker like this, okay? You need to think about what color you will apply into this robot, okay? We were talking about the color later on. So you will know that you need to start working with the research, drafting an idea, adding some detail, think about the joint design, and then applying the color. So this is all the steps you're going to do. Okay, so you need to put all these steps into your PowerPoint when you're doing the robot design. OK， 好啦，咁最尾一個點咧就係教佢做咩，就係上顏色啦。咁同埋有時機械人咧會好多啲標誌啊。即好似佢係咩機械人啊？如果你有睇呢個 Iron Man，其實你都會留意到啊。咁佢 Iron Man 咪 Tony Stark 呢間公司嘅。咁其實你會見到佢咧喺啲機械嘅身上嘅時會有啲咁嘅 label 啊，係啦。咁你都可以諗下機械人會有啲 label。咁當然啦，如果你嘅設計係一個好殘舊嘅機械人，咁可能佢啲 label 咧就刮花晒啊，即係啲殘舊痕跡啊等等嘅嘢啦。咁我哋最尾嘅 step 就係上顏色啦。所以你而家咧就大概高呼咗，即係究竟我哋設計一個機械人嘅步驟係啲咩啦？由一啲 research、draft 一啲黑白色嘅剪影嘅一啲形態先，然之後加啲 detail， 加完啲 detail， 我哋再諗下啲關節嘅運作。係啦，點樣去喐啲關節嘅？最後我哋就上顏色。咁呢個就係大致上我哋會點樣去設計個機械人個做法啦。咁我哋都會將呢啲你設計咗嗰個即係呢堆所有嘅元素啦，我哋都會放翻個 PowerPoint 嘅。因為我之前都講過啦，我哋嘅功課好着重於個 design 嘅過程啊嘛，即係你點樣一步一步去做啊嘛。咁頭先講嘅嗰啲一步一步嘅嘢咧，其實都應該咧。你放翻落個 PowerPoint 裏面嘅，係啦，咁等我睇到你點樣由初步，點樣一步一步完善你個設計咧，係啦，咁我哋都會嗰 高呼一次嘅。好啦，咁好，所以咧，我哋咧就會開始我哋第一個 step 啦。頭先話啦，我哋就要 draft 下我哋嘅 idea 啦。咁我哋點樣去 draft 我哋嘅 idea 咧？我哋就好簡單，我哋就會諗由一啲簡單嘅圖形去開始，係啦。咁即係例如好似頭先講啦，我個機械人咧，方形為主嘅，我就諗好多啲方形嘅 design 啦。咁又或者你可以諗下，可能我機械人係圓形嘅咧。三角形嘅咧，咁我哋可以由一啲簡單嘅 shape 會開始做起嘅。咁我等陣會俾啲例子大家睇啊。So firstly, we are talking about drafting your idea. Okay, just like what you show in the website, you will draft in black. Okay, but you will starting with some very simple shape first. For example, you will draft your robot based on square shapes so that you will think about the robot with a lot of square shapes, okay? And then you may think about your robot with a lot of circle shapes, okay? But of course you can mix, of course, okay? You can mix square and circle all together and put it together and see what happens, okay? But we will generally, we're starting with some very geometric shape, very simple shapes, okay? I will show it to you. 係啦，咁呢度咧就會等間就會試下，你見到咧，佢哋就可以即係 draft 咗一啲咁樣嘅嗱，你見到係啲黑色、白色嘅一啲元素啊，係啦，咁我可以咧俾呢一個片俾大家睇啊，咁我哋等間都可以試下用呢個方法咧，去咁去諗你個 idea 嘅。So I will show you a bit of this video, okay, to show how you starting drafting your idea in black. Okay, just the silhouette. Okay, so I will show you a bit of this video, but I will not show the whole full version, the full length. I will only show you part of it.好啦，咁佢第一個咧，呢度見到咧，佢就話：我想做一啲機械同帶有車嘅啲元素落去啦。咁所以咧，你見到咧，佢就揾咗啲 research 啦。咁好似我哋頭先見到嘅情況一樣啦。So you can see that this design, they were starting with some vehicle and some of the weapon. Okay, so this is the research they found. Okay, just like what you did. Okay，咁你會大約知道原來呢啲咁嘅機械人咧。都有啲咁嘅車轆啊，跟住有啲咁嘅手臂啊，呢啲咁嘅元素啦。咁啊，base on咗佢知道有呢一個概念之後咧，okay. So once they start working on some of the research, okay, they know that the machine will something like this kind of shapes, okay, and then they will think about what happened with when this robot design we got the wheels or what happened with this one with the legs, okay? They will try different options. 係啦，咁佢哋揾完之後咧，佢大約知道嗰啲 machine 大約會係一啲長方形啦。咁佢哋會試下啲唔同嘅可能性嘅。例如係個轆嘅又會點啊？係個如果係一對腳嘅又點啊？咁你會見到佢咧就會試下唔同嘅可能啊。好啦，跟住又諗下，喂，如果唔得嘅兩個轆，試下三個轆、四個轆又會點咧？但係當然啦，未必一定要有轆啦，係啦，咁佢哋就會試下啲唔同嘅可能性啊。咁你會見到佢咧就嘗試 draft 一啲例如呢度咧，等佢攞一陣啦。例如佢會諗下唔同嘅腳嘅 shape 又會點咧？即係機械人就一定可能會有啲腳啦，咁啊佢要移動啊嘛，即係估你個機械人都唔係固定唔喐㗎。咁嚟腳可以係咁嘅腳啦。呢啲就好似比較高大腳啦，呢啲就好似一啲接埋個燈嘅腳啦。So you can see that they starting with a square shapes, and then they will think about what kind of legs they can have look like. Okay, so they will try different legs. Okay, and you can see that they try to draft it in black and white first. Okay, with some black shapes. Okay, but you can see there are a lot of joint. Okay, this is joint. Okay, that's why they can move. 係啦，咁你見到啦，佢就係由頭先由揾咗個 research 啦，跟住揾咗啲機械嘅腳嘅臂啦，咁佢試下唔同嘅腳嘅形狀啦。咁你見到佢都係用啲黑白色嘅咋，其實即係唔使諗一定話要用彩色啦。跟住你見到咧，佢就由 我揾翻先，睇下可唔可以。係啦，咁跟住佢就先至再 refine 多少少 detail 啦，即係你見到可能佢喺頭先嗰個 draft 完咗啲 idea 咧，佢就再加翻頭先因為佢係啲機械武器嚟㗎嘛，所以佢就加咗啲槍嘅元素啊，咁嘅元素落去啦。即係嗱，你會見到佢開頭係 rough 㗎嘛，跟住就慢慢就加啲 detail 啊，嚟有啲電線嘅位置啊，嗱呢啲咪啲電線咯，係咪？So once they got some general idea of the robot, okay, they got the overall shape, also in black, okay, and then they will add some of the detail, okay. For example, this is a weapon, okay, because they try to merge the weapon idea with this robot. So this is the weapon, and this is some of the cable, okay. As I just told you that the machine should be have some power supply, okay. So they will have some of the cable like this. So this is the cable, okay. This is the because this is the gun, okay. You know that this is the bullet, okay. So this is also the bullet, okay. 咁呢個係一個嗰啲電即子彈啊，即係你諗下佢啲槍咧開槍，叭叭叭叭叭叭叭叭，咁跟住咪一堆子彈咁樣樣嘅。嗱，你要見到佢會諗到咁仔細嘅啦，咁你唔可以就咁得個槍頭啊，係咪？咁咪唔合理啦，係啦，佢諗話即係實際運作啊，啲關節啊，啲電源啊，咁佢諗就完整好多啦，就清晰好多啦，就真係似一個機械嘅設計咯，係啦。So today we were working on some black and white shapes, okay, and drafting your idea what will your robot will look like in black and white first. 係啦，咁例如可能你就會畫咗好多呢啲，我就未必會高呼啦。咁你見到咧，其實你見到好多呢啲例子都係一樣嘅，即係我都想俾你睇下就係、我哋一嚟咧，有啲同學仔唔係㗎，佢一畫啲 design 咧，佢就畫到好仔細咧，就話晒啊每一個關節好 detail。其實我係想你咧先由黑白色開始諗，你見到呢啲片嘅例子咧，即係想話俾大家知，其實我哋係會由呢啲咁樣嘅idea，啲咁嘅 draft 嘅 idea 去先嘅，做先嘅。咁點解你話我傳統嘅畫法唔好咧？因為你會發覺，如果你傳統嘅畫法咧，你就會太花時間啦去畫一隻。因為如果你一嚟咧就已經畫到好 detail 嘅話咧，咁其實你諗下啦，你畫啲好 detail 嘅畫，你都會花好多時間啦，係咪？咁我要你畫30隻嘅畫。咁啊，好吃力啦，係咪？咁但係如果我要你 draft 30個呢啲咁黑掹掹，即係黑掹掹嘅顏色嘅嗰啲 design 嘅話，你可能半個鐘就畫完喎，係咪？跟住你再喺呢一堆黑掹掹嘅圖裡面揀一兩個最靚嘅，即係你覺得個形態上係最正、最特別嘅、最有趣嘅，我再喺嗰一兩個裡面先至加 detail。咁你慢慢中意點樣雕花啊？你中意點樣諗啲關節啊？咁你咪可以喺嗰兩個裏面加你頭先嗰啲關節啊，咁你咪會慳咗啲時間咯。如果你下下嗰30個 design 裏面都畫晒所有關節啊，諗晒佢啲機械運作啊，其實你有排都做唔到一份功課㗎喎，係咪？所以我哋咧就會由黑白一啲咁嘅剪影開始做起嘅。So you can see this is some of the reference, but I will not show you, but I will put it in my notes, okay? So if you want to look for more detail, okay, you can just click in this link and then you can watch some of the tutorial talking about how they starting with some silhouette and turn into a robot design. Okay, so we were starting with some silhouette like this, and I will not draw the detail at the beginning. Okay, I will just spend maybe an hour to draft my idea and put it in the black, and then I will draft my idea and then I will pick one or two out of my draft. Okay, the best idea or the best two idea, and then I will put the detail on it, just like what I say. You how to think about the joint, how this robot will walk, how this robot will move. Okay, and then we will think carefully. Okay, once you got one or two idea. 係啦，咁嗱呢度都係一啲咧，上俾你睇咧，其實係啲機械嘅唔同嘅 shape 啊，係啦，咁上俾你望下啦。咁等你陣間 draft 嘅時候咧，都可以諗下一啲唔同嘅 shape、唔同嘅可能啦。So I will quickly go through this page, because it's just let you to have a general idea, okay, the shapes of a robot. Wait for a moment. Okay, so that when you're drafting your idea, you can think about different shapes of the robot. Okay, instead of just square shapes, because maybe some of you thinking about the robot, they only got a square shapes. But looking at this one, make it bigger. Okay, wait for a moment. 係啦，咁等我將佢放大緊。係啦，嗱你見到咧，佢呢個機械咧，即係佢呢度好多機械嘅，你唔好理，暫時唔好理每一個機械係啲乜嘢機械先啦。係啦，但係咧，你可以喺呢一堆圖裏面咧，你會見到嘅嘢咧就係、佢可以有唔同嘅形狀啊。嚟啊，4隻腳、2隻腳，係嘛？冇腳嘅，好似呢啲咁樣咧，成隻昆蟲形態嘅，係嘛？跟住好似人形嘅，個頭大身細嘅，跟住呢個咧就係頭細身大嘅，係嘛？嗱，你見到呢啲 robot，嗱，即係我想俾你睇咧，其實我想你睇下唔同嘅可能，唔同嘅 shape，例如好似呢度有10個手臂咁樣樣啦，即係好多隻手臂啦，唔係10嘅。So you can see that why I show you this one, because I want to let you to know that when we doing robot design, actually it can have a lot of different variety, okay, in different shapes. Now, for example, this is a very big character, okay, it look like some hexagon shapes, okay, square shapes, okay. Okay, but looking at the one at the bottom, okay, it look like very circle shapes, okay, very big head, look like a big head, and this one look like an insect, okay, and maybe this one will got a lot of arms, okay, more than 2, okay, they got 6, okay. So you can see this one, okay, you can looking at the design of the arms and the legs, okay, it's really a good reference for you, okay. This another look, for example, this one a really big head. 係啦，咁呢個好搞笑，個頭勁大啊！相反呢個咧個頭又好細，嘅腳好長喎。So you can see this one is a very big head, and this one is a very small head but a long legs. Okay, they try different shapes. Okay, why I show you this one? Because I think that these 2 images is quite nice for you when you're thinking your design. You've got a lot of variety when you're doing the character design. Okay, not just very simple robot shapes. 係啦，咁例如我哋畫嘅時候咧，就好似呢一個咁樣樣啦。我就俾頭段你大家睇啦。咁其實係我哋陣間都會高呼一次噶啦。So actually, I will show this video a bit, okay, because you will go through it today. We will do together, okay. So just give you a general idea what you're going to do today, okay. 咁我轉一轉個畫面俾你大望一望啫。係啦，因為我哋陣間都會做一次嘅啦。咁不過俾你睇下我哋嘅 steps 係會大致上係咁做先。嗱，我哋大約個做法咧，我哋會先咧好似佢咁。嗱，你唔好理佢有嗰張底圖啦。咁咧，但係你會見到佢咧就係用支筆啦，好似而家咁啊。So you can see that they were starting working on some of the shapes first, okay? So they will think about maybe this is the head, or this is the body, and this is the legs, okay? They will draw very roughly, okay? No matter you're using a sketchbook or using a drawing tablet, okay? You can see they will try the shape first, okay? Just something like this, okay? No need to have any details, okay? 咁記清楚啊！而家望住佢呢個做法，佢冇畫 detail 㗎，佢就大概有嗰個形態啫，係咪啊？咁啊用啲畫筆咁好 rough 咁樣去 sketch 就 OK 㗎啦。好啦，咁當佢有咗呢個好 rough 嘅 sketch，咁當然啦，你唔係淨係畫一隻啦，我要你畫30個。係啊，我要你畫30個呢啲咁 rough 嘅線呢啲嘅黑色嘅形態先，係啦，高矮肥瘦1隻手、2隻手、10隻手，我舉例，或者個頭細腳長或者頭大腳短，我唔知啊，即係你諗啦，係咪？係啦，咁你諗完之後咧，你就畫咗30個呢啲咁嘅可能性啦。好啦，跟住之後咧，我就再好似呢個咁樣樣啦，就加 detail 喺上高啦，即係由呢啲嗱。I skip them. So once I got some very rough idea here, okay? Oh, sorry. Let me go back here. Okay. If we're talking about once I got my shapes, okay, and then I will draw something like this. Okay, did you see that? I will think about the joint. Okay, you can see what you're doing now is thinking about the joint. Okay, this is the legs. Okay, this is the metal in between. This is the very cube shapes. Okay, and then join the legs. Okay, so you can see that they're starting with some very general shape first, and then apply the detail later. OK，咁你見到佢嘅做法就係佢有咗嗰個大概嘅形狀先啦，然之後再加啲 detail 喺上高嘅喎，係嘛？咁所以咧，例如佢又試咗啊，咁我上半身係啦，咁佢諗咯，加啲 detail 咯。係嘛？咁跟住佢就諗咗好仔細啊，即係裡面啲線線啊，係點樣啊？係啦，咁但係你會見到佢先做出嚟咧，係好似我哋頭先咁樣灰色一撇嘢或者黑色一撇嘢，跟住先至再加 detail 嘅。So you can see that they will apply the detail later. For example, maybe this is the cover, okay? Some machine things, okay? And maybe this is just like the eyes of this character, okay? And then you can see the joint is look like the armor, okay, to protect the robot. Okay, so you can see that they will draw this detail later. Okay, but they were starting with some very rough shapes first. 係啦，咁你見到但係佢開頭咧都係用一啲好簡單嘅 shape 先嘅，係啦。咁我哋陣間咧就試下畫嗰啲 shape 啦。不過我想好快咁高呼晒我哋啲 notes，我哋先至開波。做係啦，咁呢啲就係到你搞掂咗之後咧，你咪呢啲 detail 落去咯，係啦。So this is something talking about what you got the silhouette and then you will apply the detail, okay, onto your design, okay. So I will not go for it. 係啦，咁呢度都係一啲即係一啲圖啦，俾你睇到啲 join 一啲關節嘅模樣啦。係啦，咁你有時都要諗下啲機械啦，啲關節嘅腳嘅部分係點樣嘅，因為好常態係啲關節嘅喐動啦。係啦，咁你見到呢度都係一啲即係由我哋諗下佢啲腳嘅設計啊，跟住到畫佢嗰啲腳嘅 detail 嘅設計啊，跟住就要慢慢去上顏色啊之後啦。咁你設計嗰啲機械人咧，你可以係卡通化又得，你中意好像真好似做電影，即係你假設自己幫某套電影要做 design，設計個機械人，咁就可能係啲像真啲啦。咁其實冇乜所謂嘅，我冇乜限制大家要做一個好卡通、好 cute 定因為好像真嘅機械人都冇乜太大所謂嘅。So, in the assignment, the CA1, you're going to design the robot design, but actually there's no regulations about what kind of robot you're going to design. For example, maybe you would like to design a very cute, very cartoon shapes, just like maybe Big Hero 6. Okay, Big Hero 6 is quite cute. Okay, you can design that kind of robot, or you can imagine that you are designing a robot for a Hollywood movie. Okay, for example, maybe you need to design a robot for Pacific Rim. Okay, so maybe you can design a robot like this, a very realistic one. You are feel free to think about what kind of robot, what kind of style of the robot you're going to design. 係啦，咁無論你係用乜嘢嘅元素去做都好啦，咁你就可以試下，即係都可以畫嘅。例如呢度啲片咧，就係講關於設計啲比較卡通嘅一啲機械嘅設計啦。咁都係一樣啦，你見到佢哋係由一啲research 開始再去畫啦。咁但係我就唔特別高呼啦，因為咧我哋陣間都會直接試下做啦。So here are some of the video, okay, using showing you that they trying to design a very cute robot. They also starting with some research and then they draft the idea, okay? But I will not go for it, okay, because you will do it today. So, 係啦，咁啊上顏色啦，咁呢啲就比較即係俾你睇下啲機械嘅樣。希望等間嗱你見到佢咧，而家啲機械就好 detail 㗎。係啦，咁但係我哋都希望你其實陣間係欣賞下咧，嗰啲關節係點樣去諗，點樣去設計嘅啫，係啦。咁同埋到你哋畫完嗰啲好 rough 嘅 shapes，你會加啲 details 㗎嘛，咁你可以睇下 你哋可以加啲咩 detail 落去你個機械人，令佢覺得似個機械人啦，啲關節喐得好合理啦，係咪？好，等我轉個畫面先。咁呢個 website 佢個好咧就係佢咧其實呢個人好勁啊，你可以 search 下佢啊。佢畫好多機械人嘅，so you can memorize. Okay, maybe I can share in our chat room. This is a very famous guy. Okay, he did a lot of robot character design. Okay, maybe it's a very good reference for you. Okay, so let me share his name in the chat room. Okay, so you can type in Google. Okay, and search for it. Okay, so he did a lot of robot design. So have a quick look of his work. Okay, maybe it help you to think about what happened to the joint. Okay, you can see that this is joint. See, I find some of the students most of the time they will forgot this kind of joint. Okay, how if they don't have any joint, how they move. Okay, how this shoulder move. Okay, this is the legs. Okay, you can see this is a joint. Okay, you can see this is joint. Okay, so you have to think about carefully. This is a robot, very rigid. 係啦，咁你見到咧，佢個嚟手臂呢個位咧，佢做得好好就係咁俾你睇到，即係嗰個關節啊。咁其實佢 show 俾你睇咧，佢上色咧，用呢啲乜 marker 嘅，用呢啲針筆啦，去勾線嘅。係啦，咁我倒後少少俾你睇下佢其他嘅一啲 design 啦。So I show you the other one. Okay, so you can see the robot shapes. Okay, some very tall robots. So you can see all the joint, all the legs. Okay, how they look like. 咁點解我俾呢啲嘢你睇咧？咁等間咧，你到你自己做嘅時候咧，你就可以諗翻啊，頭先我咧見到啲腳咧，原來嗰啲設計可以咁嘅噃，係啦。因為好多同學咧，即係唔識做啲腳咧，就淨係識咧兩條水管咁樣咯，係啦。咁兩條水管唔係唔得，咁不過你可以諗好多嘅，其實啲腳都有好多種嘅，係啦。So you can see that, for example, maybe I don't have any legs. I would prefer using the wheel, okay, just like this one, okay, using a wheel instead of a legs, okay, because you need to think about the robot can be moved, okay. I don't think you want to design the robot which is a static, okay. Most of the robot they will move, okay, so that they can work in different place, okay. So you need to think about how the legs can move 係啦，因為我估大家設計嗰啲機械人啦，應該唔係一個即佢點都會移動去唔同嘅地方做唔同嘅工作㗎嘛，係嘛？即係你話我係一個修路機械人，咁佢都要識得喺呢一度修理下，跟住又行去第二度修理下咁㗎嘛，係嘛？即係佢總有啲腳要移動㗎，咁你諗下腳都大把啦，嗱，你睇呢一個隻腳嘅形態又唔同啦。So you can see that the leg design here, they are different from the others. Okay, so you can see there are a lot of different variation. 係啦，咁好多好多，咁當然啦，你話咁死啦，太多到我都唔識選擇好咯喎。嗱，其實你記得啦，我要你做功課嘅時候，你可以揾一啲 research 噶嘛。我又俾咁多片你睇，咁我唔係叫你睇晒，即係嗱有時你睇晒啲片咧好花時間。你好似我咁樣好快咁 scan 下呢啲圖，跟住你發覺喂 OK 喎，呢隻腳掂喎，可能你覺得啊，咁你咪可以諗下嗱，呢隻腳佢係類似 Y 字形打開嘅腳嚟嘅，係啦，即係好似有少少雀仔腳。唔知大家知唔知雀仔嘅腳係點樣樣啦？佢有少少個形態似雀仔腳嘅，係啦。咁你覺得啊呢隻腳得喎，好你咪自己試下，可唔可以將呢一隻雀仔嘅腳放落去你個 design 度咯，係嘛？即係你覺得邊個機械個頭有幾得意喎？咁你又可以諗下，又幾好喎！我不如又試下 apply 落我嗰個機械度啦。即係你可以試下邊一個 part。你覺得有趣嘅可以 apply 落去，因為你可以即咁樣篩選噶嘛。我唔係叫你抄人哋，係啦。咁但係個問題有啲位咧，人哋嗰個係做得幾得意，你咪揀其中一啲元素放落自己嘅機械度咯。你例如 咦？呢、個尾呢，即係呢個佢個頭嚟嘅，佢個頭後半咧好大嚿啊！咁呢個 design 又幾得意喎，即係佢個頭嗰嚿嘢好大嚿，跟住啲腳好細粒嘅嚇，你又可以諗下呢一種設計又會點嘅喎？即係佢相對個頭係比較扁形長身嘅啊！咁你又講佢又得意喎，咁你咪又試下諗呢啲諗法放落你嘅機械人度咯，再睇下邊一個設計係較為好，你咪真係嗰個 develop 落去咯。So you can see, I show you. In my notes there is a lot of different video, okay, showing a robot design. Okay, you can just very quickly to have a look of this idea. Okay, all the tutorial, and then maybe you can refer to some of the drawing design. Okay, and then apply to your own design. For example, maybe I like the body like this, a very big body and very small legs. Okay, so maybe I got this kind of idea, and then I can start with same concept, very big body, very small legs. Okay, and then you can draft your idea. So this video, okay, I got a lot of things. Okay, so you can see that the shapes, this is a side profile of the robot. Okay, so you can think about, okay, the side profile, they got some very big one, very short one, circle shapes. Okay, the legs, they got different kind of legs. Okay, very tall one and very short one. Okay, so you can got this kind of idea, and then you can draft in your own. Okay, 係啦，咁我唔播晒啦，咁我總之我呢啲 note 裏面就晒所有嘅嘢噶啦。咁你陣間我要你哋 draft 嘅 idea 嘅時候咧，你跟住即係唔係跟住嘅，即係你開住我呢啲片咧，然之後一路開住你咪自己喺個 sketchbook 裏面度畫都得噶喎。So I will ask you to do the drafting very soon. You can also, you are free to open any resources that I show it here, okay? And then you can base on some of the image that I show you today and drafting your idea. 係啦，咁呢個人咧，頭先我咪講咗呢個畫咗好多機械人嘅呢個人嘅，好呢度有個 link， 有個 website， 咁啊有好多佢嘅作品，係啦，咁你可以喺呢度睇下。咁點解你可以開住咧？係啦，等等啊，撳下個阿鬧先。係啦，咁你可以開住咧嚟幫你去諗你個 idea 嘅噃。So this is the website of that robot designer. Okay, it show you a lot of his work. Okay, so if you stuck with nothing, okay, you don't have any idea in your mind, okay, just open this link and then maybe you go, sorry, too slow, my network. Wait for just a bit. 係啦，咁我哋由佢等佢撈一陣間先，我哋等間先翻轉頭啦。因為我想俾啲時間大家真係去畫下。係啦，咁你見到呢度咧，即係嗱，其實機械嘅設計大家可以諗好多嘅。咁頭先嘅係一啲啦，咁當然有好多，即係頭先講啦。如果你好想設計一啲像真嘅機械人，咁例如呢度都有啲像真嘅機械人俾你可以參考下嘅。咁我呢度會 show 俾大家睇嘅。咁等我陣間啊。咁呢一個係一個，我諗大家可能佢啲同學都睇過呢一套電影㗎啦。咁個故事裏面有好多機械人㗎，有好多機械人嘅，係啦。咁佢有啲係醫療類機 啲機械型嘅機械人啦，唔係即機械人，即叫咩啊？軍事用機械人啦，係啦。So in this movie, okay, it's called Chappie, and actually in this movie they got a different robot. For example, the robot of our main characters, Chappie, and one character, some of the character they are the doctor, some of the character they are police, some of the character they are the soldier. Okay, so they got a lot of different robot design. Okay, you can see in this trailer they got a lot of robot. Okay, you can see some of their the they're our main character. Okay, so they got a lot of, but they all look like a human. Okay, the proportion they look like a human. But you can think more than that. 係啦，咁你見到佢咧，大部分都好似啲人形啲噶啦，係嘛？即係佢就算機械即係唔同嘅機械人都好啦，都比較人形少少嘅。係啦，咁你可以再諗下嘅，唔一定要人形嘅。咁我而家呢度 show 俾佢咧，就係喺呢度電影裏面咧 ，Chappie 咧，即係嗰啲 robot 嘅一啲 design 啊。咁呢個係一個警察嚟嘅啦。嗱，你會見到咧，頭先我講啦，有陣時我哋設計啲機械人咧，就會有啲咩叫 decal 啦，即係啲好似 label 啦、貼紙啦，即係顯示翻佢係一個乜嘢嘢嚟嘅。咁例如好似一啲你見唔見到嗰啲後面咧，就好似即係有啲即係出品，即係出產有啲巴曲啊咁樣啦，係嘛？跟住你見到嚟呢個就個 power supply 嚟嘅，即係我插電就供電俾佢咧，就可以即係佢要插電啊，跟住佢有啲唔同，因為佢係唔同嘅品牌啦，咁嘅設計啦，咁我哋就可能會有一啲即係 logo 啦，係咪？例如佢 under 係咩 police 咁樣樣，佢有啲 logo 啦，係咪？咁例如你見到佢呢啲就係有好多關節啊、手啊，你見到啲腰啊，呢啲有啲 cable 啊，係嘛？好多電線啊，嗰啲腳趾啊，嗱呢度就好多呢啲，即係呢個做法就相對比較象真啲啦。So you can see that this is the robot design show it in the Chappie, okay? So you can see that there are a lot of different decals, okay? So I just told you that when you drafting your idea, you will need to apply the color. And for a lot of robot, they got a lot of decals like this. They got a lot of stickers, okay? Some danger sign. This is the for the power supply, okay? They got the code number, okay? They got a lot of sticker, okay, on this character. But some of the sticker, they are maybe very very sketchy or they're not very new one, okay, because they are already used, okay. So some of the sticker, they are a lot of scratches, okay. So you also need to think about it, okay. This is some detail of the robot, okay, so that you can see what I'm talking about today. A lot of joints, cables, okay, some of the screw like this, 係啦，咁你見到嚟好似呢個係電芯啦，係嘛？跟住好多呢啲 label 啦，係嘛？呢啲頸嘅關節啦，嗱，你見到呢個設計咧，就好似佢可以轉得啦，係嘛？跟住好多電線啦、螺絲啦，係嘛？咁你會見到咧，呢咪就好多即係我想講，大家好多時有時忽略咗嘅嘢啦。好啦，咁呢個 Chappie 就有唔同嘅 version 啊。So this is different version of Chappie. Okay, so you can see this. And there's another version like this. Some of because you know that this movie is a visual effects movie, so they have to make it as a 3D. You can see this is a 3D look of Chappie. Okay, this is the hard disk things. Okay, the memory things. Okay, the hard disk. Okay, so he think very carefully how it works. OK，咁佢諗得好仔細，就係佢點樣去諗佢個運作㗎，即係你當佢一個巨型電腦咁樣樣咯，咁佢點喐㗎？咁佢有個 hard disk 咯，咁咪有頭先我講有充電啦，咁佢有啲 CPU 啊，啱唔啱啊？OK，because there is the police, so they got the shield，係啦，咁呢有好多 detail 啦，俾你睇啦。咁其他啲大型啲嘅 robot 啦，so you can see this another big one. This is a very big robot. Okay, so you can see they carry a lot of different weapon. Okay, you can see this the leg design. Okay, this is the weapon. Okay, so you can see that this character don't have any arms. Okay, all the arms actually they are weapon. Okay, you can see that this the one and this the other one. 係啦，咁因為呢個係一個機械即比較即 powerful 啲啦，咁所以你見到佢個 shape 都比較大隻啲啊，即係俾你感覺佢好多武器嘅，你見到佢係啦，咁你見到佢一樣有好多關節啦、電線啦，係嘛？嗱，你見啲唔同嘅角度啦，嗱佢上咗顏色之後啦，嗱一樣有好多頭先我講嗰啲 deco 啊，同埋例呢個咧軍事機械人咧，咁佢所以咧佢啲顏色咧都係嗰啲叫做迷彩色啊，係啦，咁啊因為佢要打仗啊嘛，掩人耳目噶嘛，係咪？係啦，咁冇乜特別啦呢啲。So you can overall have a look. Okay, this is the robot design of Chappie. Okay, so this is the realistic version. Okay, but you're not required to design a very realistic robot. Okay, it's your options. Okay, you can design a robot which is cute or realistic. Okay, but sometimes I think for some of the realistic robot, it's more easier for you to do. 咁呢個就係 Chappie 啦，咁啊唔再播啦，頭先都播咗一個啦，係啦，咁所以咧我就好似上個禮拜咁樣樣啦，我咪話啊，其實你做機械咧有好多嘅可以嘅可能嘅，咁你其實做一個機械嘅設計咧，你頭先講咗啦，你可以做一啲象真啦，或者卡通化啲啦，咁但係冇乜所謂嘅，但係我自己覺得咧有時做象真嗰類機械人咧易做啲嘅。係啦，比你做 Q 嘅好做啲，因為有時 Q 咧好難呈現啲關節啊嗰啲做法俾人睇啊，係啦，咁可能就未必咁容易 show 到你，即係例如你話我設計呢啲咁 Q 嘅得唔得咧？其實唔係唔得喎，不過咧可能難啲 show 嗰啲頭先講嘅所謂嗰啲關節嘅地方咯。So you can see this is some of the very cute robot, okay? You can see that, but it also show you some of the joint here. Okay, so you can see this is the joint. Okay, so you need to think about it. Okay, which kind of character you would like to do. Okay, so here are some of the very cute idea for you for reference. Okay, so this a lot of very cute robot. Okay, there's a very cute robot. Okay, but for this kind of cute, okay, like this one, hardly to show what you learned. Okay, it hardly show what is the joint things. Okay, for example, this one as well. 咁呢啲咧，我就唔建議大家做啊，係啦，因為點解咧？你見唔見到佢咧冇乜啲關節啦？嗱，即係我話你可以做呢啲咁卡通矮細呢啲角色冇問題啦。但係呢隻咧，佢 show 唔到啲關節㗎，見唔見到啊？佢冇乜顯示關節。嗱，相對呢個好啲㗎，同樣係 cute，但係你見唔見到咧？佢係有關節嘅嗱，佢頸有關節啦，佢手臂之間一節節咧都有關節嘅，即係佢同樣係 Q 嘅 character， 但係咧嗱有一啲 character 咧佢就做唔到呢啲嘅關節嘅樣俾大家睇啦，咁就好唔合理啊個機械人係啦，嗱呢啲就麻麻地我覺得係啦。咁不過當然啦，有啲人話，咁我唔知道乜嘢為之係嗰個功課嘅 standard 噃。嗱，唔使擔心嘅，因為咧你都知我哋份功課咧，我一步步咁樣逐 part 收啊嘛，收嚟睇俾 comment 啊嘛。咁所以咧，其實我就會即係一路話俾大家聽，究竟你做得啱唔啱？嗱，你好似呢個都有關節㗎啦，你睇下佢啲膊頭啊，你睇佢哋頸啊，係咪？啲手都有啲關節嘅。So you can see in this robot, they also got some of the joint things. So you can see the shoulder, the neck. Okay, they also got some of the joint. Even they are very cute. 係啦，咁你見到呢啲都係頭先嗰個啦，呢個就唔係啲機械啦。係啦，咁你所以咧就冇乜太大所謂嘅，你做啲乜，但係一定要呈現到啲關節嗰啲諗法啦。好似呢個係機械魚，佢都有啲金屬嘅感覺㗎，佢做到好似啲金屬嘅片。哎呀，點解唔可以放大頭先個張？So let me go back. I would like to show you that fish design. Okay, the fish design is a robot fish. Okay. Oh, sorry, I cannot find that one now. I got lost. Okay, but you can see that in that robot, okay, they got some of the machine things. For example, this one is a very cute character as well, but they got a lot of details. See, a lot of deco. 係啦，咁你見到好多貼紙啊，好多印啊，嗱，你見到好多機械人啊，呢啲都叫相對比較 cute 嘅 design 啦，係咪？咁嚟金屬嘅話，即係嚟機械咧，佢會有呢啲咁樣嘅設計嘅啦，呢啲金屬嘅片啊，見唔見到？So you can see that for a lot of because the robot should be made by metal, so you can see that a lot of metal thing. Okay, for example, it look like made by some metal. Okay, some screw here. Okay, you can see this one is made by two metal. There's the connection between two metal. Okay, there are a lot of sign to tell me that it's a robot. Okay, it's made by the metal. Okay, even this kind of very cute character. Okay, you can see the scratches here, the screw thing like this. Okay, they are made by the metal. Okay, so there are some things that can show is this is a metal things. Okay, it looks like a machine. You can see the joint here, the joint here, the joint here. Okay, they also look like the robot. 係啦，咁你見到呢個 character 好似比較 cute 啦，但係佢都一樣有生晒頭先我講嗰啲元素嘅，啲關節啊、機械啊、金屬嘅表現手法啊，佢好似真係用啲金屬嘅片去砌佢出嚟啊，咁樣樣去畫嘅手法都要呈現到出嚟啦，係咪？係啦，咁呢度都有好多唔同嘅機械。如果有啲同學咧仲未揾即係你等間啦，例如真係諗唔到畫啲乜喎。嗱呢度真係好多 website 咧，即係呢度咧好多 link 咧，有好多機械嘅諗法俾大家嘅。Okay, so if you have no idea what you are going to do, actually in this notes, okay, you find that there are a lot of reference. Okay, so you can download my notes and then looking for this research. Okay, so let me share these notes with you first. Okay, because we've started working on drafting your idea. Okay, so let me share the notes with you first. Wait for a moment. 係啦，咁等我陣間啊，我而家咧upload 翻今日嘅 notes 俾大家先。係啦，咁等間咧變咗大家咧真係突然間個腦咧唔識運作起嚟嘅時候咧，你想攞住啲 reference，跟住等你可以即係對住嚟做啦，或者有陣時我覺得咧睇下人哋嘅 work 咧，有陣時會俾你自己一啲靈感嘅。係啦，咁如果你話我真係諗唔到畫乜鬼嘢好喎，嘅就可以試下咧嚟我呢度攞個 notes 先，咁你跟住咧就可以咁你就可以咧，即係望住佢啦，咁你開住自己嘅 sketchbook 啦，係啦，咁跟住就可以睇啦。So now I'm uploading the notes of today with you. So we'll start drafting your idea. And if you have no idea, okay, maybe you don't know what you to start with, okay, so no worry. I share my notes with you with a lot of link, a lot of reference. Okay, you can download it and open it and watch it, and maybe it will give you some idea when you're looking of some of the other one design. Okay, so let me it will take about 1 minute to upload it. So wait for a moment. 係啦，咁我估大約有分鐘到先 upload 晒，咁等佢一陣間啊。咁我就話俾你聽，我哋跟住會做啲咩啦。等佢一陣啦，佢差唔多 upload 完啦，so it will upload very soon. Okay, what we're going to do next is, first of all, I will look at some of the research that done by you. Okay, I asked you to do in last week, so I will go through it the research that you have already submitted to me. I will give you some idea, some feedback first. 咁有啲同學仔咧就根據翻我上個禮拜講嘅嘢啦，佢哋真係做咗個 research 交咗入嚟 Moodle 嘅，咁我陣間會俾翻啲 feedback 佢哋啦，係啦，咁跟住之後咧，我哋就會開始 draft 我哋嘅 idea。咁我哋 draft 我哋嘅 idea，我哋需要啲咩工具咧？就我頭先一開始上堂嘅時候都有提過㗎啦。可能你有 sketchbook 嘅 sketchbook 啦，咁你當然有鉛筆、擦紙膠啦，係咪？咁如果你 sketchbook 嘅話，咁如果你係有電腦繪圖板嘅話，咁就大家要準備定，我唔知你用邊個繪圖軟件啊，但任何繪圖軟件都 OK 嘅，係啦，咁啊就開住個電腦，咁大家就可以 draft 啦。咁如果你真係畫咗 sketchbook 嘅話，之後記得啦，你 sketch 完咗之後咧，你就可能用手機啊，或者如果你有 scan 啊，就係 scan 入個電腦度，咁啊之後放翻落去 PowerPoint 裏面啦。So what you need to do is have a sketchbook, pencil, or eraser. And if you got a digital drawing tablet, okay, you need to using your computer and also the drawing software. Okay, so firstly, I will give you some feedback based on the research done in last week. And then we will start working on the draft today. Okay. 係啦，咁你見到今日嘅 notes 我已經 upload 咗入 Moodle 啦，咁大家就可以去 download 咗先，係啦，咁就等間就可以變咗即係可以大家跟住一齊做啦。好，咁我咧首先睇翻同學仔 download 咗嗰堆嘢先，等一陣啊，我 unzip 咗佢哋先。係啦，我先俾咗啲 comment 先啊。咁有啲同學話我未做喎，咁你一嚟都可以照聽下今日同學仔做咗嗰啲嘅 comment 先啦。咁跟住你就聽翻嗰啲 comment 就做自己嗰部分啦。咁啊嘅都幫到你嘅，即係你睇人哋做咗啲乜嘢，跟住人哋做得好唔好，咁你可以睇下可以參考做得好嘅同學仔，係啦。So today you can show that you can take a look of some of the classmates what they did. Okay, even they have even you haven't do it yet if you haven't submit yet, but I can see you can see looking at the feedback. Okay, and then how to do your own PowerPoint and do your own research. Okay. 好，咁呢啲咧就係我 download 咗同學仔交咗嘅嘢，係啦，咁就有幾位嘅，係啦，咁不過咧有啲我開唔到啊，例如咧，因為我暫時手上嗰個係 PC 啦，咁所以我開唔到 Keynote 啊，所以我睇唔到啊，係啦，咁 so I can find that some of you have already submitted a PowerPoint, but unfortunately now I'm using the PC computer, so I don't have a keynote. Okay, so I cannot open it. Okay, please try to submit as a PowerPoint format. Okay, so that I can have a look. 係啦，咁啲 PowerPoint 我會即係記得啦。而家大家個 PowerPoint 咧係一路咁一個 step 咁儲落去嘅，係啦。So please understand that the PowerPoint you will keep editing your PowerPoint until you finish all the design. OK， 好，第一版 robot design， 好，呢度就有啲 robot 嘅 design 啦，有啲 Q 嘅，係有啲象真嘅 OK， 一啲圓啲嘅細 OK。好啦，嗱，咁你跟住咧，我覺得你可以而家你就睇咗啲，即係你覺得一啲有趣啲嘅 character design 啦。好啦，跟住你可以繼續 keep 呢兩版，頭呢3版喺呢一度嘅，即係我覺得呢3版咧由佢留喺度啦，唔使特登 delete 再揾 move 咗，係啦。咁跟住咧，好啦，你下一個 step 咧，呢個同學仔下一個 step 要做啲咩咧？就揾關於你想做嗰啲 robot 嘅 design 嘅嘢啦。舉例你想設計一個軍事機械人，我亂啦，我唔知啊，係啦。 咁跟住你就可以 base on 我軍事機械人嘅話會點嘅咧？你就集中火力咧，淨係揾關於軍事機械人嘅一啲 research 啦。咁可以係一啲人哋 design 咗嘅 research 啦，或者係一啲武器嘅 research 啦。例如你覺得係軍事機械人，佢會有啲咩武器會揸喺手嘅咧？咁你都可以揾一啲咁樣嘅 research 都放埋落嚟，係啦。因為好似頭先我哋今日都高呼咗啦，你見到原來可以幫助我哋去畫一啲 detail 嘅時候咧，會用得着嘅喎。我哋而家揾 research 揾咗嘅嘢，係啦。咁所以你繼續喺後面咁樣樣，係啦，加一啲 slide， 係啦，就放一啲頭先我講嘅嘢。不過當然啦，你設計嘅係諗住乜嘢類型嘅機械人咧，你自己可以決定啦。係啦，係一個可能你話唔係喎，我想設計一個機械人係煮嘢食嘅。係啦，專煮嘢食嘅機械人，咁如果佢煮嘢食嘅話，咁佢會有咩特性嘅咧？係啦，點樣代表佢係煮嘢食嘅咧？係嘛，咁樣樣咯。Okay, so for this student, okay, she did some of the research based on the Western style and also the Japanese style robot. Okay, so the next step is, okay, you need to add few more slide here. Okay, maybe the next one. Okay, you will do another research. For example, maybe you're going to design the robot for a soldier. Okay, so maybe you were looking for some weapon, some of the soldier robot. Okay, and then you need to look more. Okay, research based on this concept, and then you can start drafting an idea. Okay, 係啦，咁繼續保留草得㗎啦。係啦，即係唔好改，即係唔使掉呢啲啊。係啦，繼續加累積個 PowerPoint 落去得㗎啦。係啦，其他同學仔都係一樣嘅。係啦，累積你個 PowerPoint。係啦，你覺得好似暫時看似冇嘢嘅嘢咧，可能將來係會用得着嘅。所以我就唔想你即係呢啲都係 design development 之一啦。係啦，咁我唔想你唔放佢啫。好呢個係一個農夫嘅機械人啦，耕種啦，即係我相信係咪？So I see the student that she working on the a farmer robot. Okay, so means that this robot need to do some of the planting or harvesting. 係啦，咁即係我好簡單啦。呢個同學仔寫咗佢一個農夫嚟嘅，咁我有啲乜嘢我腦裡面諗咧？咁嗱，呢啲可能都係俾到一啲諗法你嘅。我會諗下佢會有啲咩工作佢會做咧？例如佢播種啦，你諗下農夫做乜咧？播種、淋水、收割，係嘛？咁所以咧，我會諗下呢個機人要做到呢堆嘢嘅喎。咁佢有啲咩身體嘅特徵可以幫佢做呢啲嘢？又或者你諗下啦，一個叫耕種嘅機械人，你諗下如果下下我係一個人去播種，每次播一粒種。你話我要播晒成塊田，我要播到天荒地暗都播唔到種啦，係咪？又或者我要除害蟲，係咪？放嗰啲即係咁，我又諗下，如果我得一對手，或者我得一個好細，我係一個好細嘅機械人，我成塊田好大嘅，咁我咪有排搞咯。嗱，我又覺得呢個 design 幾得意喎，即係唔知點解突然間咧，頭先我講啦，即係除害蟲。佢會唔會咧有個灑水系統咧好勁嘅，一嘢咧灑晒成幅田嘅，咁咪慳功夫咯，係嘛？又或者佢有個泥耙啦，即係爬泥嗰啲啦，係啦，好大塊嘅，一爬晒成幅田嘅，好懶惰啊！突然間係啦，咁又得唔得嘅咧？係啦，或者你個機械人我即係佢雖然係一個普通機械人，我諗下啦，佢後面嗱呢個就係好你話齋啦，佢播種或者去係啦，你覺得佢孭呢嚿嘢咧係攞嚟播種非常之好啊！呢個同學仔，即係佢諗過呢啲元素啊，係啦，咁你可以試下，即係我見到佢咧嘗試即係諗咗究竟佢點樣去幫佢啊？同埋咧，你呢個碌碌 design 咧，我哋話齋佢可以喺個農田度行啊，啱喎！你又睇翻咧好多嗰啲耕種喺田裡面嗰啲車啊，都係啲好大個碌啊！你有冇見過啊？即係外國嗰啲咧，勁大個碌㗎，超大個碌啊！我唔知有冇機會 search 到啊？係啦，咁其實都可以諗呢一個元素啊，就係佢有個碌，咁呢個 design 落去。咁所以你諗下啦，咦，即係話你個機械人有幾樣嘢喎？有啲碌嘅元素啦，佢又要插啲嘢後面攞嚟幫助佢播種啦，將來係嘛？咁你等間去 draft 你嘅 idea 嘅時候，畫嗰啲剪影嘅時候咧，就可以試下諗下呢幾樣元素點樣去拼出嚟唔同嘅 shape 啦，唔同嘅 form 啦，有趣啲啦。 OK，係啦，咁你就可以累積，咁等間你咪可以繼續放落去啦，就係有啲開始你有啲剪影嘅 draft 咧，畫咗啲 idea 就可以放喺後邊啦。So I think that some of the idea, okay, of this student is quite interesting. For example, she is already thinking about how to planting, okay, plant a seed in the field, okay. And also you can she also thinking about the wheels, okay. They find that the wheels is very important and when this robot in the field, okay. So she may put the wheels concept in their robot, okay. And okay, so I think that the research is quite nice. Okay, the next step is drafting the silhouette. Okay, so you also the next step is create a new slide, okay, adding a new slide and then put the draft, okay, which is in a silhouette, okay, and put it here, okay, combining the idea of your research here, okay. For example, this robot will carry something on his back, okay, and maybe got some of the wheel look like things, okay. 即係你會發覺咧，如果我哋已經諗咗啲 concept 咧，佢係乜嘢機械人咧，你會容易啲去進行你個 project 咯。我唔緊要，咪照擺咯，係啊，因為其實都係好嘅，其實即係例如你揾咗呢啲 research 咧，即係其實都話咯，你可以揾咗呢啲咧，嗱，你可以睇到呢啲咁樣嘅管啊，嗱呢啲咁嘅金屬，即係你知明白金屬係一片薄一片噶嘛，可能佢哋會用燒焊嘅形式連起佢嘛，即係雖然你可能話啊，我冇好似頭先個同學仔base on 我嗰個係乜鬼機械人去做一啲 research，但係唔緊要㗎。係啊，因為我頭先都話啦，呢啲 research 咧，呢啲圖咧，對你嚟講好有幫助㗎。因為到你哋真係畫你個機械嘅一啲 detail 啦，其實你就可以參考到咧，哦原來我啲機械嘅腳啦，嗱你見到咧佢呢個咧好似喺個身體度，即係呢一個凹陷位咧同呢個位咧係好似塞得入去咁樣樣嘅。嗱呢啲你咪可以諗下，到你做咗自己機械嘅時候，咪可以呢樣嘢咯，係啦。咁同埋我覺得呢個都幾得意啊！佢由海馬變咗做一個機械人嘅形態，係啦，我覺得都有趣。嗱，我覺得呢啲腳都幾好，值得參考啊！即係我意思唔係話要用佢落去啊，而係你可以睇到啊，原來有呢啲 shape 嘅。咁到你自己 draft 嘅時候咧，你可以試下唔同嘅腳嘅形態咯。Okay, so you can see that the student he's working on different look of the character. Okay, so he tried to looking for different robot. Okay, it's also good for you to reference. For example, this robot look like an insect. Okay, so you can see the leg will something like this. Okay, I think that is quite nice when you're thinking about your robot. You can looking at some of the detail. For example, here, okay, what is this is the cable. Okay, you can see this the metal. Okay, you can see this is the the medical robot. Okay, it's because you can see the sign here. Okay, the cross, the red cross, so that we know that is a medical robot. Okay, so我覺得佢啲呢啲揾呢啲 reference 咧，我覺得有啲都 OK 嘅，即係唔使特登掉咗佢嘅，即係你覺得而家唔啱都唔緊要，繼續儲咯。係啦，繼續儲落去。咁到你做晒成個 PowerPoint 之後咧，你先至再抌翻一啲你覺得冇用嗰啲咯。但係而家怎樣留住佢先？因為有機會咧，到你一路畫嘅時候咧，咦，原來你發覺喂呢一張圖嘅嗰隻手幾好參考喎，你可以用翻嗰張圖你去放落去咯。如果你咁快已經掉咗好多嘅嘢咧，可能你突然間想睇翻嗰張圖咧，你又冇得睇翻咯。好啊，咁嗱呢度揾咗啲機械人嘅一啲設計啦。嗱呢啲手臂幾好睇嘅，係啦，即係呢啲手臂啊，係啦。嗱你見到呢度咧，嗱佢裡面都好多關節㗎，即係嗰啲電線嘢啊。嗱佢例如咧，大家其他同學仔都可以睇下㗎，不過就唔使話跟住就個個咧都一樣做同樣嘅嘢。我想俾你睇個 rib cage 呢度，係啦。嗱，你可以睇下咧，嗱好，因為其實佢咪做到一格格、一格格、一行行咁樣樣嘅，咁點解會做到一行行咧？就頭先講嘅嘢咯。你唔做到一行行 咧個腰椎咧接唔埋啊，因為我哋嘅人咪可以伸展身體啊，咁等等。咁點解我哋可以伸展身體啊？因為我哋嘅脊椎咧都係一節節噶嘛，咁大家冇人知自己嘅脊椎咩樣噶啦，咪微微 S 型咁樣樣，跟住一節節一節節一節節咁樣樣噶嘛。咁其實佢呢個軀幹都係用咗嗰個諗法去設計嘅，因為咁樣咧，我哋先至可以個機械人咧可以，因為佢金屬啊嘛，我先都講咗啦，佢可能鐵嚟噶嘛，咁佢一定要係即係咁樣，因為佢硬掘掘噶嘛，如果係金屬嘅話，佢一定有啲咩關節咧，一節節又好，一啲圓形關節嘅膊頭又好，佢一定有啲咩關節，佢先可以做到呢啲唔同嘅動作噶嘛。咁例如佢個軀幹就用咗一節節，好似蛇咁樣樣咧，咁佢就喐到啦。嗱，你睇下佢呢啲啦。嗱，你睇佢呢啲大髀同個身體中間呢啲圓形關節係嘛，佢咪可以喐到咯，係嘛？例如手臂呢啲，嗱，我睇另外一隻手臂啊，嗱，呢隻手臂因為遮住咗睇唔到係咪？佢都係做咗呢啲咩關節嗱？呢個好明顯，即係好似喺兩口即係個圓形嘅關節啦，咁等佢喐到啦，係嘛？嗱，呢度都個膊頭關節啦，係嘛？即係好多嘢咧，大家都可以咧，嗱，呢啲嚟個腳啦，係嘛？有呢啲咁樣嘅好機械嘅關節啊，電線啊，係咪？同埋機械人嘅時候啲燈嘅喎，即係有啲 LED 燈啊，都可以諗下喎。係啦，例如好似呢個金屬咧，似唔似咧？你有冇見嗰啲整路嗰啲打樁機啊？即係類似打樁，中間咧咪有條鐵芯咁樣樣嘅，佢都係類似，因為呢個好似油壓咧可以即係升降拉長縮短嘅，係啦。跟住嗱呢啲咪好機械嘅關節嘅感覺咯，係嘛？呢啲係嘛？嗱，你見到呢啲咪係有啲機械嘅元素喺裏面咯，係啦。咁所以咧，其實你哋有陣時咧就可以諗下，嗱，佢呢個都係㗎，一節節㗎，係咪？佢腰椎咪好似頭先嗰個機械人嗰個設計嗰個做法咁啫嘛。係咪？嗱，呢啲都係㗎，好多呢啲關節咧，咪呢隻係嘛？啲螺絲啊，係嘛？呢啲個膊頭啊，嗱，呢啲咪到你哋做 detail 嘅時候咧，就會有幫助啦。雖然我哋而家 draft 咧，等間個 idea 咧唔需要放呢 detail 落去住嘅，但係咧有機會對你有用啦。呢個同學仔就揾咗好多啲一啲手臂啊，嗱，呢啲咩關節咧，嗱，你睇下。即係呢啲全部都有用嘅，對你之後做嘅時候咧，你可能會用翻出嚟嘅。So you can see this student, he did a lot of research on the robot, okay, or the joints, okay, the robotic joints, okay, how the joint will look like, okay. So he tried to combine all the things together, okay. So you can think, because this character, you can think about what this robot for. Okay, what is the purpose of this robot? And then you will apply more specific detail for this robot. 係啦，咁我覺得呢個同學咧要做多一樣嘢咧，就係諗下啦。呢個機械人唔單止係設計個機械人，你諗下呢個機械人for 咩嘢用途嘅？可以諗下。嗱，好似頭先有同學仔係做一個耕種機械人。舉例，你呢個機械人會唔會一個軍事機械人？咁如果你係軍事機械人嘅話咧，你會加咗好多啲武器嘅元素俾佢。咁例如頭先嗰個係一個耕種機械人啊嘛，所以佢就會加一啲同耕種有關係，即係個耕種嘅人會做啲乜嘢嘢嘅機械嘅元素放落去啦。例如頭先我亦都舉例咗。如果佢係一個醫療用機械人，咁佢會成個機械人有某一啲嘅元素係同做手術啊，叫咩啊？即係睇病啊，係啦，即係我點樣去會診啊，即係我點樣去睇你有冇病啊？原來我內置咗有個 X-ray 機㗎啦，原來我一掃你咧，我就睇到你，即係睇到你有冇咩地方斷咗啲骨啊咁樣樣啦。咁例如你就要諗埋究竟你呢個機械人有咩 purpose 嘅？佢嘅作用係咩嚟嘅？你唔一定我頭先講嗰類嘅喎，再多啲都得，因為你可以用日常生活去諗嘅，即係你咪用你日常生活去諗如果呢個世界有呢類機械人咧，呢個世界就輕鬆咗啦。所以頭先話可能會唔會有煮食嘅機械人啊？修路嘅機械人啊，即係你覺得有啲乜嘢或者剪樹嘅咯， 即係你諗下啦，每一年打完風啲樹就會冧咗一大堆㗎啦，係嘛？咁你可能諗下啊，會唔會呢個機械人係負責即係修理，即係修葺一啲樹啊？即係佢太大棵嘅時候，我就要修剪下佢㗎啦嘛。嘅機械人都得㗎喎，係嘛？即係你可以諗好多唔同嘅機械人，你可以諗下你而家呢個機械人係咩用途嘅咧？咁你就會可以再 specifically 啲諗。擺啲乜嘢特別嘅元素放喺呢個機械人度，咁就會再得意啲啊！如果唔係咧，咁做一個普通機械人咧，其實唔好睇嘅，係啦。咁可以呢位同學就諗多少少呢樣嘢，再加埋。但係頭先講咗啦，嗱呢堆嘢咧，你而家擺咗入嚟嘅嘢咧，唔需要 delete 佢嘅，由佢繼續喺呢度噶啦，累積喺呢個 PowerPoint 裏面加落去喺後面，係啦，因為呢啲揾咗嘅嘢我都話啦，有用嘅，係啦。你會喺過多一兩堂，你再畫仔細啲嘅時候咧，你發覺好有用噶啦，佢哋係啦，好啦，哇！呢個同學仔咧就揾咗好多啲機械有關嘅嘢啦，我覺得都好睇嘅嗱。例如咧，呢度咪好多呢啲，你睇到係等我陣啊，係啦，一啲金屬片做出嚟啦，即係金屬做嘅嘢咧，好有一啲特徵嘅，就係咧呢啲一片片金屬嘅感覺啊，即係呢啲咧，即係好似係兩組半圓形嘅金屬做出嚟嘅，但就算 even 係長方形都好啦，即係你會見到有啲咩線咧，係嘛？即係你畫嘅時候咧，你到時就會有啲咩線條啦，去呈現佢係機械人嘅，係嘛？嗱呢啲你可以參考下。So, this student, okay, she looking at some of the robot design. Okay, the drawing style. Okay, you can easily to tell this is made by the metal. Okay, because this is a metal, so you can see some of the screw. They look like two metal. Okay, it's made by two metals. And for example, the legs here, you can see some of the lines when we drawing here, it look like the metal. Okay, so when you're doing your own design, you also need to sometimes you need to think something like this. 呢個位咧好搞笑，呢嚿嘢咧好似個 espresso 機，好似個咖啡機，係啦。咁又係你見到好明顯咧，就兩片金屬拍埋嚟嗰種感覺啊，係咪兩塊金屬咁樣冚埋一齊嘅？即係你會見到咧，機械人係有呢啲咁嘅特質嘅，係啦。咁嗱，你見到就算呢個係圓形都好啦，嗱，你見到呢度係一片金屬啦，呢度係一塊金屬啦，呢度係另一塊金屬啦，係嘛？咁你見到有好多啲關節喺呢啲位啦，係啦，咁佢先至可以喐出嚟啦，係咪？如果唔係咧，就冇可能喐啦，係咪？嗱，咁呢度就有好多啲類似你將來上顏色嘅時候咧，就有啲咁樣嘅 deco 啦。嗱，你見到咧會有啲 number 印咗佢上高啊，呢度中間有一條淺灰色㗎，嗱呢度咪有條斜痕咁樣，嘟咁樣嘅，係嘛？咁我哋好多機械都會有呢啲嘅嘢嘅。尤其是類似我舉例啦，如果大家係做整路機械人咧，可以諗一樣嘢㗎。有冇留意咧？工程維修車係咩色㗎？唔知大家有冇留意咧？平時你坐巴士啊，即係坐地鐵就見唔到㗎啦，因為你睇唔到路面狀況啊嘛。如果你坐巴士嘅同學咧，你見到如果啲修路嘅工程車咧，有冇留意係黃色㗎？你有冇留意啊？因為咧黃色嘅車咧好 sharp 啊嘛，喺路面係咪？所以大部分咧嘅維修工程車咧都係黃色㗎，你得閒再留意下。咁如果係咁嘅，我咧就會有陣時候我機械人咧，我會有啲黃色嘅元素咯，係啦，咁俾人聯想到佢係維修工程車咯。咁變咗喺路面嘅狀況，但係因為你都明白啦，路面係灰色㗎嘛，石屎路係灰色㗎嘛，甚至灰黑色㗎嘛，黃色咪好搶眼咯，係咪？咁變咗修路嘅時候，即係啲車啲司機唔會見唔到個修路車㗎嘛，係咪？因為佢黃色太 sharp 啦嘛，係咪？所以咧，可能我哋就會 base on 例如你原來要做一個維修地面嘅機械人嚟嘅，好啦，咁我咪諗翻原來佢黃色呢個元素，我就將佢放翻落去我個 design 度咯。係啦，嗱，咁呢個同學仔你見到啦，好多電線嘅元素嘅，例如電線啊、天線啊，都係啲機械人一啲特徵嚟嘅。So you can see that for a lot of a robot, okay, they will got the cables, okay, is really a good reference 啦。呢個係好明顯一個軍用機械人啦，嗱呢啲都係啦，係咪？所以佢支大炮喺度啦，咁有好多電線啦。 So you can see that most of the robot, they got the antenna and also the cables, okay? So you can see for the legs here, they got a lot of shapes of legs, okay? Maybe 3 legs, sometimes they got 4 legs, okay? You can try different numbers of legs, okay? 咁你都可以試下腳又唔同咯 ，number 都係唔同，唔一定要2隻腳㗎，我3隻腳唔得咩？好似頭先嗰個同學仔即係做嗰啲機械人，其實你唔一定要2隻腳㗎喎，係咪？即係你唔好成日諗佢係人咯，係啦，可以係3隻腳，可以4隻腳，可以2隻腳，可以1隻腳，係啦。咁當然啦，我會諗1隻腳定2隻腳，我會諗嘅，有時候會考慮嘅。例如我想嗰隻機械人有靈活嘅轉向。即係我唔知啊，可能佢有啲好，佢需要即係佢個 function 上功能上，可能佢係要一個好快嘅方向轉動嘅，咁嘅時候可能我會揀1隻腳，仲要嗰隻腳係碌嚟添嘅，咁我咪可以好似單輪嗰啲單車咁樣咧，可以好快咁樣轉方向咯，係嘛？即係我會有陣時諗點解佢會即係1隻碌定2個碌，我就會諗呢一樣嘢咯。So sometimes I will think about how many legs I will put in my character design. For example, maybe my character needs a very fast mobility. Okay, the robot need to move very fast, very quick. Okay, maybe I will think about 1 legs. Not 1 legs. Maybe I will got 1 leg look like things. Okay, maybe I will got 1 wheels instead of 1 leg. Okay, because maybe 1 wheels, maybe it can move very fast. It can change the direction very quickly. Okay, maybe sometime I will think 2 legs cannot move very fast. Okay, because it will look like a human. Okay, it walk like a human, so maybe it cannot walk very fast. But maybe if my character need to move very fast, maybe I will replace with 1 wheel instead of 2 legs. Okay, it really depends. Okay, it really depends on your concept. Okay, so you have to think carefully. Okay, what kind of robot you need to do. Okay, what is the function of that robot. Okay. 係啦，咁嗱呢位同學咧又係揾咗好多嘅一啲機械嘅 research 啦，咁一樣啦，嗱呢啲都幾得意嘅，例如嗱好多都有啲關節啊，嗱好似呢啲咧類似天使嗱呢個眼啦，佢可以單一隻眼啦，係咪攞嚟偵測？嗱佢呢個就 reference 咗啲昆蟲嘅元素啦，所以昆蟲有好多啲個複眼啦，係咪？咁所以佢就用咗啲複眼嘅諗法去放落去啦。咁但係呢啲 character 都幾得意，我覺得佢肥嘟嘟咧，手可以好巨，即係嗱，你可以試下諗下啲唔同比例啊，即係大家去諗下高矮肥瘦人一樣啦，機械人都係高矮肥瘦啊，圓形、方形、長方形、三角形，乜形都得嘅喎。其實嗱呢個咧嗱同埋大家有時候諗下咧，左右唔對稱，係啦，可以諗下左右唔對稱，一邊係手，另外一邊係咪一定手咧？好似呢一個咁。例如一邊有好巨型嘅手，另外一邊咧可能係一啲做一啲叫細緻啲嘅動作嘅手嚟嘅，係啦，即係你可以諗下咧，左右唔對稱嘅喎，係啦，有時唔一定要左右對稱㗎嚇。So sometimes when you're thinking about your character, okay, you don't need to think about the robot should be symmetric, okay, it can be asymmetric, just like this one, okay. You can see one of the arms. They are arms, and the other one is a weapon. Okay, so you can think about 2 arms actually will have 2 functions. Okay, for example, this character, okay, they got 2 pairs of arms and 1 pair of legs. Okay, you can see that one arms is short and the other arms is long because of some of the function or some of the purpose of this character. They need to have 2 arms with 2 different functions. OK， 咁例如好似你上面呢個機械人咧，你見到佢隻手咧，一對手係短，一對手係長。咁因為可能你個 character 嘅設計係佢需要有陣時候需要長啲嘅手去 reach 遠一啲嘅位置，有啲時候佢需要去短啲嘅位置，咁所以佢有一對手長，一對手短咯，係嘛？唔使一定隻手都一樣長度嘅喎，咁都係一樣啦，視乎你個機械人諗個方向，佢個 function 係啲乜啦。 係啦，咁例如你好似見到佢咧，呢個係短手長嘅腳㗎，咁可能佢係要，可能原來佢係一個叫咩抹窗機械人，佢專抹高樓大廈嘅，咁點解佢要咁樣做啊？因為佢隻腳咧可以延伸嘅，係啦，佢腳可以延長、延長、延長，係嘛？佢可以去到100幾層樓咁樣樣嘅，咁但係抹窗嘅啫，咁所以佢隻手唔需要咁長咯，係嘛？佢抹窗，咁但係佢隻腳就要好長、好長、好長咯喎，因為佢要伸長開去先有8、9幾層樓咁高嘛，係嘛？即係你可以諗呢一樣嘢咯，諗咗個 function 先，你再去幫你去諗咧，你會容易輕鬆啲向一個啱嘅方向諗嘢咯。係啦，咁跟住咧，嗱呢個同學仔咧諗咗好多，揾咗好多呢啲機械啦，咁我覺得 O K 嘅，比較科幻啲啊，O K 啊，呢啲都係啦。哦，steampunk style，哦係咯，嗱 steampunk style 咧嘅風格咧就比較飛啦，舊啦，活跡啦，係啦，咁呢個都可以諗下嘅，冇所謂㗎，你可以玩呢啲 steampunk style 嘅機械都得㗎，你中意未來科幻感重嗰啲又得啫，冇乜太大所謂嘅，即係總之就係你嗰個 robot 嘅機械人，我會睇得到你設計嗰個機械人同你實際畫咗出嚟嗰個樣配唔配合啦，有冇新意啦，會唔會好悶啦？嚟嚟去都係嗰啲 design 嘅，冇乜自己風格嘅，係啦，咁我嚟咁樣去俾分嘅啫。咁其實你用咩風格我都即係絕對歡迎嘅，其實。好啦，繼續咁咧，哦，好啦，佢睇咗啲機械嘅設計啦。嗱，你見到啦，嗱呢啲機械咧，咪就係有好多呢啲喉管啊。係啦，頭先我都有講過，好多機人都有呢啲咁嘅喉管嘅設計嘅。咁你可以諗下咧，究竟係咪有呢啲咁樣嘅喉管？嗱，例如好似呢個咧，佢雖然係一隻動物嘅形態啦，但係咧你都係睇下啦。頭先我咪講過咧，嗰個軀幹啊，個人嘅軀幹點樣去屈曲咧？佢就做咗一節節嘅啦。你睇下佢呢一隻後面好似隻狼嗰隻嘅動物咧，係啦，佢都係用咗一節節嘅元素咧，等佢可以咧屈曲佢身體嘅，係啦。嗱咁你見到佢呢條頸都係㗎，佢一啲比較長身嘅 shape 咧，就會有呢啲咁嘅形態㗎啦，就係啲一節節嘅元素咧，等佢可以屈曲啊。So that you can see that these all characters, okay, they look like the spine design, okay. They were, for example, here, okay, you can see that for the tail like this, okay, it will break down into pieces, okay, so that it can deform. Okay, for a lot of shapes, okay, just like our spine, okay, actually our spine is made by different pieces, okay, and then so that we can bend our body, okay, just like this one, okay, you can see that the shark like things, okay, you can see that try to break down into pieces so that it will deform, just like the tail here, okay, a lot of robot, okay, something like this, they need to deform and then they will break down into pieces, okay, so that it will deform. 係啦，咁你見到因為機械頭先我講係啲金屬硬㗎啦，咁你要令到佢可以轉彎咧，就一定要將佢變成一節節咁樣嘅效果咧，好似呢條尾啊，呢條鯊魚個身啊，咁先可以做到啲彎曲㗎，係啦。咁可以咧，呢位同學仔咧，再揾多少少咧，嗱，除咗呢啲之外啦，係啦，你可以揾多啲咧，一啲關節咯，係啦，而家咧呢啲咧似乎咧你難睇啲關節啦，你見到係有翼㗎，係啦，咁但係咧例如個人，嗱佢都有嘅呢度，嗱我哋睇翻咧佢個機械翼咧接駁住個身體嘅嗰個關節啦。嗱，你見到啦，係嘛？好似有啲電線啊，有個窿會插入咗個身體啊，係啦。咁呢啲你都係一啲嚟嘅，咁你都可以再即係睇多啲呢啲咩關節咧。究竟我啲手嘅關節會係點咧？係啦，我手指嘅關節又會係點咧？係啦。嗱，但係呢個咧就比較人啲咯，就唔夠多關節啦。嗱，呢啲嚟好似佢始終其實好似個人着住咗個盔甲多啲嘅，其實就未必好似機械人。但係我覺得反而右手邊呢啲咧 下低呢啲咧就似啲機械多啲咯，係啦，咁可以參考呢類咯，係啦，太過人嘅就唔好啦。係啦，即係似嗱，你反而話設計後面個機械獸咧，反而我覺得仲還可以喎。係啦，如果唔係咧，就變咗你未必幫到你手隻嗱，嚟睇下先。係啦，嗱呢啲咁嘅機械頭啦，OK，就會有呢啲咁嘅設計眼，係啦，即係嗱，例如我會覺得咧，可能呢類啊，即係你諗下，真係機械嚟嘅，唔好係人着盔甲嗰啲。係啦，人着盔甲嗰啲咧，未必係好啱你嘅。我當即好似例如OK，你見到呢個就係嗰啲角啦，OK，係啦，爪，係啦，咁一樣啦。我自己覺得嗱，借嚟放大啲咁，我好難 zoom in 啊。係啊，拎開呢個先，拎開住呢先。嗱呢啲爪咧，嗱你睇下呢啲係咪做啲關節嘅，見唔見到啊？呢個圓形，即好似一個飛鏢咁樣啦。呢個旋轉可以旋轉咯，呢個關節看似啦，呢啲都有㗎。呢個都有㗎啦，呢啲咪關節咯，係嘛？呢啲一節節嘅，係啦，咁你都可以諗下呢啲嘅，係啦，嗯，哦，呢啲齒輪，齒輪都啱嘅，有陣時機械人裡面咧都好多齒輪㗎，尤其是頭先咪有同學仔咧咪講關於佢想即係佢睇一啲steampunk 類嘅，steampunk 類咧都好多齒輪㗎。係啦，咁你都可以諗呢啲元素落。不過當然啦，我講咁多樣嘢，唔係代表所有同學要將呢堆嘢全部塞晒自己嘅 character 度。記得自己嗰個係咩機械人，想設計咩機械人，咁你應該即係例如我明明攞嚟做耕種嘅機械人，我唔會放個齒輪落去咯。係啦，因為佢唔係嗰種風格啊嘛，係咪？好嗱，呢個同學仔咧就揾咗呢啲咁嘅機械，嗱呢啲都係嘅，你睇到嘅嗱，佢呢個似個頭係偵測啦，呢個似一隻腳啦，係咪？隻腳呢係啲關節啦，呢度啲金屬片啦，係咪？嗱，呢啲都係啲 join 嚟㗎啦，你睇呢啲位咧，係啦，咁呢有啲飛行啦，嗱呢啲有啲扇葉啦，係咪？係啦，咁我唔知你個機械人係咪想飛啦？咁如果係飛嘅話，你就可以留意下嗰啲扇葉嘅設計啦，咁點樣去飛啦？係咪嚟？哦，原來我係車係個轆嚟嘅，即係腳係轆嚟嘅，唔係腳嚟嘅。嗱，你可以睇下咧，佢係咁樣嘅喎，佢 design 咧係有條臂，跟住有個關節，有一個 C 字形嘅臂，見唔見到啊？先至駁住個轆嘅，係啦，即係你諗下轆，如果我係一個轆嘅話，我會點樣設計嗰個即係嗰個關節俾隻腳咧？嗱，咁你見到呢個關節就幾得意嘅。So you can looking at the details of different robot, okay? For example, if you are doing a flying machine, okay? So you need to reference to this kind of things, okay? See how it fly, okay? For example, if your character got a wheel, okay, you can see the joint, okay? You can think about there is a C-shaped things, okay, so that you can connect it with the wheels, okay? So you can reference to different kind of elements, and then you can put it into your character. 係啦。好嗱，咁係呢啲啦，但係啲機械啦。嗱，我見到佢其實都方便，都多用嘅喎，即係引擎呢類咧。我見到好多時啲機械人咧，頭先都有啲同學仔揾一啲 research 咧，其實嗰啲機械人都有呢啲咁樣嘅引擎類嘅嘢咧，係啦，放到機械人嘅元素度㗎，即係咁樣漩渦式咁樣咧，係啦，咁好多時機械人都會有用到啊。係啦，嗱，你見到啲手指咧都有啲關節㗎啦，呢個手腕係咪有啲關節咯？係咪？So you can see that there's a lot of joint here within the fingers, and this kind of engine, okay, I find that they usually, okay, apply into the robot, okay, maybe my robot can fly, okay, so they would got this kind of engine and put it into the robot. Onto the character 係啦，咁例如你見到呢啲咯，嗱膝頭啲咪關節啦，嗱腳都有腳型，唔同腳型嘅，嗱兩片嘅成隻鞋形狀嘅尖嘅係咪？嗱膝頭嘅關節 ，OK，so you can see that a lot of things here 係啦，咁你可以睇下嗱呢度都好多呢啲咧，嗱多數機械關節咁樣圓形啊，嗱電線啊，呢啲喉管啊，好似由呢邊駁過嚟呢邊咧，中間有條管狀嘅物體啦，咁好多時咧都會有呢類型嘅嘢嘅，其實。 呢度有條電線啊，so you can see a lot of cables, okay, connected to from this kind of ear and to the body, okay, some kind of tube things, okay, around the head， 係啦，咁你都可以成日諗下呢啲咧，都可以放翻落你去機械人裡面嘅。係啦，嗱一啲機械嘅 research 出嚟啦，呢啲咪有啲金屬片咯，嗱呢啲係咪一節節？係咪？呢一節節都係啲金屬嘅一啲元素啦。呢啲好多關節嘅啦，呢啲膝頭關節啊，嗱呢度你啲電腦嘅，就算好細粒，你都見到嗰個膝頭關節嘅係嘛？嗱呢個就係個身體同你腳之間嘅關節嘅，其實基本上全部機械人就會有㗎啦，佢就唔會直接黐落個身體度嘅。嗱呢啲都係啲腳嘅關節啦，見到啦，嗱電線啊，係咪好多嘅關節你都要留意下，係啦。咁到你做畫 detail 嘅時候，就可以加落去咯，係啦。嗱呢啲你可以唔人形啦，嗱呢啲咪唔人形嘅咯，或者你呢個扁頭嘅，係啦，跟住個身比較大嘅，係啦，有好多唔同嘅可能性可以試下 apply 落去嘅，到時係啦，咁睇下你哋你想設計嘅乜嘢嘅 robot 啦。係啦，嗱呢啲你都 show 翻一啲係啲關節啊，有啲盔甲啊，我見到有啲電線啊，嗱，即係變咗你會見到哦，原來機械係有呢啲咁嘅元素嘅，係啦，咁變咗你設計嘅時候咧，你自己都要諗翻同樣嘅嘢放落去啦。Okay, so let's do during the drafting. Okay, so now I'm switching to the Photoshop first. Okay, so please make sure that you got your sketchbook or your drawing tablet，OK？係啦，咁我哋而家咧就會 move 去咧，大家去 draft 你嘅 idea 啦。咁大家需要嘅嘢咧就係需要你哋嘅簿啦，係啦。或者係一個紙或者筆啦，係啦。跟住如果你係 drawing tablet 嘅話，咁我唔知你有咩 drawing 嘅軟件啦，但係冇乜所謂，邊個都得。係啦，咁你就可以試下 draft 一啲 idea。咁點 draft 咧？即係而家我就因為方便啲，我 share 俾大家啦，所以我就會係用數碼嘅形式去做啦。咁我咧就會好簡單，我會做一啲即係比較粗啲嘅筆觸。我就好似當你自己用一個 marker 咧，即係例如我頭先諗啦。So what I'm thinking of, you need to draft your idea. So you can start with different forms and shapes, okay? For example, maybe I would like to have a square shape. So I will create a very big brush stroke here. I'm sorry, big one. Okay, so I will draft in a silhouette only. Okay, so maybe I would like to have a very bigger than this. Okay, big. Okay, so maybe my robot got the legs here. So maybe I want shape. Okay, the leg is quite a little bit backward. Okay, this is the leg. Okay, maybe this and the legs. And this is the joint. And maybe I got some of the cable thing, something like this. Okay, so maybe this is my first idea of my character. Okay, maybe I would got a very small head. You can see that I don't draw the detail. Okay, I only draw the overall shapes. Okay, maybe I got a very long arms, and maybe got this kind of arm shapes. Okay, maybe this is my first idea. Okay, maybe I based on this square shapes, I change another one, maybe shorter one. 係啦，咁我咧就會不停咧，即係我唔理啊，我個腦裡面即係我唔知諗咗啲乜啦，係咪？咁可能我就頭先我做咗一個比較相對長身嘅，即係相對比較方形啲嘅。好啦，我就試下，不如扁啲嘅，係啦，扁啲。今次係啦，我試下扁啲嘅。So I try another one which is shorter because you can see this one is taller, and maybe this one I would like to have a smaller one, shorter one. Okay, so maybe I would do the legs again, maybe 2 feet, something like this. Maybe this is the arm. This is a wheel things. Maybe got a very long arm. Okay, something like this. Okay, then another arm. Okay, so maybe this is my second idea. Okay，嗱，你見到我好快就 draft 到一個啦，唔使畫 detail 嘅，即係我見到以前咧啲同學仔咧一嚟咧就畫啲好幼嘅線跟住咧嗱呢度有個窗，我舉例啦，跟住咧呢度唔知點呢有啲金屬，跟住有條電線，即係一嚟咧我見到有啲同學仔就畫好 detail，唔好。係啦，唔需要，因為咧你咁樣畫一張咧好花時間啊，倒不如咧你而家咧就係好 rough 咁諗下你個機械人有啲咩形態先。高位、肥瘦、圓形、三角形，你可以上面係三角形，即係後面上面係長方形，下面係圓形都得㗎喎，係嘛？即係你試下啲唔同 shape 嘅諗法先。So you can see that I can sketch my design very quickly, super quickly, okay? And I can see which one look like good, okay? And then I will further develop that one. Okay, maybe I try a very tall one, big one, and this time I will make a very thin one. Okay, you can see this shorter one. So maybe this is another one, and maybe this is my arm. Okay, maybe I got a wheel instead of a legs. Okay, so this is my wheel. Okay, big wheel. 係啦，咁可能我有個單碌嘅，係咪？你見到我每畫一個好快，咁當然啦，你之後可以再 modify 嘅，即係你話，我最終搞得呢個靚啦，我可以 base on呢個再 further develop 落去咯。咁但係嗰個係下一個 steps 咯。So you can see that maybe I finally, maybe I try 30 of this kind of silhouette. Maybe I finally find this one is the best one. And then I can base on this one and further develop few more options. For example, maybe I would not like this kind of arms and then I can change into other arms, okay? Or maybe I don't like this kind of views and maybe I should change another view, but I will base on these shapes, okay? So I will ask you to do 30, okay? 30 of this kind of silhouette. Okay, so if you're using a pencil, okay, it's really easy. If you got a marker, it is much better. 係啦，如果你用鉛筆，你咪好似我咁樣啦，咁樣好快咁 quick sketch 啦。咁如果你係marker 會更加好添啊，即係容易啲去做啊，係啦，即係用鉛筆咧都比較細啲，係啦。咁例如我又再試咯，我覺得呢個都幾得意喎，咁我不如再試個我個頭細啲啦，係啦，圓啲啊，今次係嘛？So I can try different more shapes. Okay, maybe I try a circle shape, half circle, and then maybe my head is something like this, my body is like this. Okay, maybe this is the body. Okay, I just simply to draw something. Okay, 我其實一路諗一路畫嘅，其實我唔知我腦諗緊乜嘅，其實我一路咧即係有我隻手喺度喐咯。係啦，咁唔知喐到啲乜㗎，咁咪睇下喐到啲乜咪乜咯，係咪？咁睇下即係有冇啲好咗嘅 idea 走出嚟嘅啫，係咪？例如我今次想個頭細跟下盤大嘅機械人啦，係咪？跟住可能我個腳好肥啊，我想緊，係啦，跟住可能我隻手特登短啲嘅，高啲，係啦。Maybe my arms can be like in here, or maybe I can go back. Yes. Maybe I will change the position of my arms. Maybe my arms is here. 係啦，即係可能我就試下啲唔同嘅位咯。So you can see that I can draw my idea very quickly. Okay, so you don't need to draw any detail at this moment. Okay, we will further development the detail later on. Okay, so maybe this another robot. Okay, so I got try tall and short, or maybe I can do some round shapes, circle shapes. Maybe I do oval shape. 我張紙應該唔夠大，我懷疑出咗界，唔係喎。 嗱，如果你張紙唔夠大咯，我而家求其咧喺 Photoshop 咧做張 A4 嘅咋，咁你想再大啲，咪自己再做多幾張咯，係啦。So you need to draft 30。OK， 咁要30個，咁好快咁咧。嗱，而家趁我哋有堂上一啲時間啦，係啦，大家試下可唔可以好似我而家諗法咧，好快，我唔理你個腦諗乜鬼嘢，係啦，你試下啲唔同嘅 shape 嚟，我今次手喺上高啲，係啦。將你今日見到嘅啲唔同嘅 robot 嘅一啲形態，你試下諗下啊點啊嗱，我再講啦，可以多過一隻手嘅喎，唔係一定要一隻手嘅喎。咁例如原來我機械人咧，我頭先試咗，哇！如果兩隻手唔知會點嘅咧，係嘛？咁我可以試多一隻手㗎。So you can see you can try more than one hand. Okay, not only just one hand. Okay, you can got two. Okay, so this one got two. 係啦，咁如果你話，我呢張我可以張 A4 紙咧，唔好夠位啦，咁你可以再開第二張 A4。咁總之咧，大家咧就要畫30個呢啲黑色嘅嘢先。好啦，我希望大家今個星期做一個咁樣嘅練習，即係我希望大家咧，即係 based on我哋學咗2堂，即係關於啲 design 咯。咁你就試下 draft 30個黑色，咁樣就夠啦。係啦，咁跟住咧就唔該你哋幫我加埋落去你哋嗰個 PowerPoint 裏面。係啦，嗱，有啲同學就未有晒你個 PowerPoint 啦，係咪？係啦，咁就翻屋企做下啦個 PowerPoint。係啦，咁如果有啲同學話，我做咗㗎啦喎，我啲 PowerPoint，咁就好似我咁樣樣啦。今日加多一樣嘢俾自己做，就係畫30個呢啲咁嘅剪影。係啦，base on你揾咗睇咗關於同機械有啲嘅設計，例如頭先講啦，可以有唔同嘅形狀啦，你簡單嘅諗幾何圖形。圓形、方形、三角形、長形，你哋成溫學咗好多啦，畫咗好多啦，係咪？係啦，佢係 base on 嗰個諗法，畫多啲，總之畫30個。So what you need to do in this week is, once you finish, or you learn something today, okay? And then what you need to do is next steps, okay? The next step is you draft 30, okay? 30, okay? 30 of this kind of silhouette, okay? You need to do it in this week. 係啦，部機咧。個 refresh 有啲問題，好驚嗰度花咗，係啦。咁而家我先畫咗幾個啫嘛，我咪繼續畫咯。畫咗個頭大身細咁樣啦，不如試下，唔知啊，長方形。Okay, so you can see I try some tall shape, some short shapes, okay, some round shape, okay. So this time I try this one, a very small one. Okay, maybe this the legs. Okay, maybe I will got more than one legs. So you can see that I draft very quickly. For each of the character, maybe I only spend 1 or 2 minutes to draft the character. Okay, maybe I'm done. Finish this one, try another one. 係啦，咁你見到我每一個咧好快嘅啫，就係要你快，就係要你個腦突然間爆一啲嘢出嚟，跟住諗下有啲咩可能就咗出嚟。例如今次呢個不如成隻昆蟲咁樣，係啦，昆蟲會有啲咁樣嘅類似咁樣嘅形態嘅，即係個頭後面有嚿嘢嘅，即係我都係由頭先同個仔諗嘅嘢，我諗出嚟嘅啫，係啦，即係有時，所以點解我話，你揾咗啲圖未必話有陣時唔好嘅喎，有陣時我覺得係啊，有陣時都係揾咗冇話一定 work 啱唔啱嘅，我有時覺得有陣時睇咗啲嘢真係幫到你。俾啲靈感你去 sketch 都未定嘅喎，係啦，我隻腳不如肥啲啊！今次我頭先做啲右腳，不如做個哎呀呢條電線啦，當其實我畫錯嘅，係啦，咁啊跟住呢度有隻腳，不過遮住咗剪影有嘅啦，係啦，咁我 set 4隻腳，係啦，咁我又 sketch 咗咯喎。我試咗好多唔係機械人形，即係唔係企喺度嘅形啦。咁又試翻啲企喺度嘅啦，橢圓形啦又。即係你會見到我咧揾嘅 shape 咧，我會玩啲唔同形狀先嘅。即係你見到我會由一個形狀就起咯。 you can see that I usually start with some geometric shape first. Okay, sometimes I start with a triangle shape, sometimes we're doing with a square shape, sometimes I will start with a oval, okay, or circle shapes, and then I will further develop your character. Okay, maybe I'll add something here. I have no idea what I'm going to do. It's too, I don't have enough space. So let me extend the size of this canvas. 係啦，我張紙唔夠大，唯有放大啲。最好嗱啲剪影咧唔好畫出界，即係有啲同學咧畫 sketchbook 噶嘛，用喺 sketchbook 度畫冇問題嘅。如果你係 sketchbook 裏面畫的話咧，唔該你哋真係唔夠紙啦，好似我剛才咁啦，喂唔夠紙啦，咁你開張新紙畫，係啦，咁就唔好得半個身咯，即係你唔好陣間我夾硬開個俾大家睇下。Okay, so if you drawing in a sketchbook, okay, so maybe you draft an idea, okay, draft here, 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 here. Okay, so you don't have enough space, and then you draw a character here. Okay, half of the body is out of the frame. Okay, please don't do it. Okay, if you find that the paper is not big enough, open another pages. Okay, start on a new page. Okay, so every character is a full body. Okay, means that got the legs, arms. Okay, within the frames. Okay, nothing is out of the frames. Okay, we're not got a half of the head is out of the frame. No. Okay, but of course because I do it in digitally, so it's good that I can extend my canvas anytime. Okay. 係啦，咁因為我咧呢個好處，因為我呢個係電腦版，所以咧我中意咧幾長張紙、幾大張紙我都可以隨時處理啦。咁例如我呢個係我個身啦，我想做翻個似人形啲嘅啫，係啦。頭先試咗幾個啲比較昆蟲形態嘅，咁所以咧，so because I try something look like an insect style, so this time I will create a look like a more human things. Okay, robot. Okay, maybe tall. 你可以嗱，有同學問係咪畫紙畫筆，你自己決定啦，冇所謂啊。即係即係如果你係因為你可能未必有 Wacom 啊嘛，係咪？咁你咪可以畫喺紙、畫喺筆咯。係啦，你可以用 marker 都得嘅，唔一定用鉛筆。係啦，如果你發覺咁樣用畫呢啲嘢，我覺得用 marker 粗啲嘅 marker 咧，即係你覺得易啲 handle 可以㗎，其實可以用 marker 嘅。係啦，咁唔係一定要用咩嘅。咁但係咧，如果你話咁如果你真係畫喺紙或者筆嘅，咁咪之後你需要影相放翻落個電腦度咯，因為你都要放翻落個 PowerPoint 膠㗎嘛。即係呢啲全部都係功課嚟嘅，其實係啦。咁你都要放翻落去個電腦度㗎。咁所以咧，你畫咗而家係紙係筆嘅話，咁你咪之後影低佢咯，冇乜所謂嘅。係啦，咁如果你直接已經係好似我咁係 digital 咁畫嘅，咁啊更加容易啦，因為我直接 save 咗之後咪可以交咯。係啦，咁所以咧大家就總之要畫呢30個，隨你個腦裡面有你個腦裡面諗乜鬼都得。same slide 可以有同學問係咪要一版 slide 裏面入晒30個？咁有時可能咧你揀入晒30個好逼㗎，哇好細粒嘅。咁你中意一版有晒30個，我覺得可能太細啦。咁你話唔係喎，可能我而家即係因為你張紙係長方形㗎嘛，你個 PowerPoint 係啦，你大約擺咗一個位，跟住可能你話呢一版得10個咁樣，你咪一版咯。跟住下一版 slide 有另外10個，再下一版 slide 有10個都得嘅。係啦，someone asked in the Teams, okay? They were wondering if they need to put 30 design within one page, okay? But actually, you can think about yourself. Maybe you can put 10 on one slide and other 10 on the other slide, and the rest 10 we'll put in the last slide, okay? It's fine, up to you, okay? But please don't do this one. One silhouette or in one slide. 係啦，唯一咧我唔想大家咧就係一個黑色嘅剪影係一版咯，係啦，因為咁我要睇晒你嗰30個咧係好難。二嚟你哋好難 compare。係啦，其實點解我要你咁樣去畫呢啲 slide 呢啲咁嘅 draft 咧？原因就係你哋可以平排咁樣望住呢10隻、30隻、20隻咧，你可以容易啲揀邊個靚啊，係嘛？即係你咁樣平排，我咪容易啲睇邊個 character 好睇咯。如果你每一個 character 係獨立一張 slide 咧，你好難咁樣一次過睇咧，而去 find out 邊一個 character 係最有趣咯，係啦，所以我覺得有陣時咧，可能一版有幾個，一版有10個，係啦，或者一版有5、6個，你容易啲比較究竟邊一個 character 係最好，你再喺裏面揀個好出嚟咯，明唔明我意思啊？係啦，咁我再望下有冇同學仔有問題先。係啊，所以你可以直接話紙畫筆都冇所謂㗎，你中意啊。但係記得啦，而家我哋 draft 完呢個 idea 之後咧，咁我哋下個禮拜就somehow有呢一堆嘅嘢出嚟㗎啦嘛。我哋就會 base on 呢一嚿嘢咧，我哋就會加啲 detail 㗎啦。咁你都可能之後就會有機會要即電腦裏面做啊，係啦，即係下一個 step。當你而家即係諗完個 idea 之後咧，可能下一個 step 你就會喺電腦度做㗎啦，係啦。咁你咪繼續畫咯，嗱又畫一啲方形啦。長方形啊、圓形啊，嗱你見到我真係畫得好快，唔使好耐諗啊，其實我覺得，因為你要畫30隻啊嘛，你逐個都要諗好耐咧，你有排嘔唔到30隻出嚟啊，係啦，你俾 time limit 自己1個鐘裡面搞晒30隻佢咯。嗱你諗下，我頭先示範咗玩咗幾耐？3個字啊，10分鐘3個字，我畫咗1、2、3、4、5、6、7，有一隻第8隻，我覺得太樣衰啦，我查咗再講。係啦，即係其實我都係好快會畫得晒嘅嘢，係嘛？咁你哋都差唔多，即係唔使用太耐時間，係啦。So you can see that it won't take a lot of time. Okay, you can see that I spent only 15 minutes. Okay, and then I draft 8 design already. Okay. 咁我咪試下啲唔同嘅樣咯。嗱，而家呢個 moment 咧，可以唔需要理會你而家係設計緊係個即係耕種機械人啦，定咩機械人去做住先嘅，暫時唔需要嘅。Someone asked about when we drafting your silhouette now, do we need to base on what kind of robot that you are going to design? For example, you can see that one of our students there, she try to working on a farmer robot, but at this moment, drafting an idea, you don't need to think about this is a farmer or a soldier or not. You don't need to think about it because you can draft in different shapes first, and then you can base on your function of the robot, and then you will add the detail on it. For example, after I drafting this idea, maybe I find this one is the best, and then I will make it into a farmer. Okay, and then I will base on the research that I done. For example, okay, I find the student think that they need to have something to carry on his back, so that it can spread the seed. Okay, what she talking about. Okay, so I will add something here, so that it can got some of the thing here. OK，跟住佢仲講咩啊？佢會播種啊嘛。佢有碌啊嘛，嗱呢度已經有碌啦，係咪？即係你會我會之後先加啲 detail，即係例如你話唔係我機械槍嚟嘅，即係呢個機械叫咩士兵嚟嘅，係啦。咁我就可能畫完咗呢堆嘢之後啦，好啦，我先至將呢隻手再改裝。我要將佢變成個武器，係啦，一個大炮，係啦，有啲槍嘅，嘟嘟嘟嘟嘟。係啦，跟住可能呢度有啲嘟嘟嘟嘟嘟有啲槍啦，唔知啊，即係會 base on呢個，我再加啲 detail 落去咯，係啦，咁你都有，因為我驚咧你哋太過局限，而家係話佢係個乜嘢機械咧，你就唔敢嘗試多啲 shape， 係啦，所以咧我就反而想你哋係而家 唔好太局限於你哋設計個咩機械呢，先去做咗佢有啲乜嘢嘅 shape 可以先，係啦，跟住之後咧，我哋可以喺裏面再 fine tune 嘅，based on你大概有咗嗰個 idea 嘅概念之後咧，再 fine tune 咯。咁你可能咧可以有陣時會諗咗啲得意啲嘅機械，呢個位我太逼啦頭先，所以咧我哋 move 翻佢出嚟啦。係啦，咁我覺得佢個樣有啲悶，所以咧我不如將佢伸長開嚟，係啦。咁其實佢隻手喺呢度嘅，即係我想咧，即係佢係隻好細嘅手，好大隻腳。OK，跟住可能呢度將來有條天線，係啦。So you can see that I try different shapes. Okay, so that it will look very interesting. Maybe I start with not a very interesting shapes. So just like what you saw, what I did. Okay, I draw this one. Okay, starting with triangle shape, but I don't think it looked good. So that I extend this part up and move the arms here. Okay, it will make this character more interesting. 係啦，咁有陣時我一開波畫嗰個 shape 咧，未必係好好嘅，即係有陣時因為我隨意我腦嗰度諗啫嘛，嗰刻係咪？咁跟住可能我發覺唔係咁好都未定㗎，我唔緊要啊，冇所謂啫，我一路畫一路 draft 嘅啫嘛，係咪？咁跟住我又試下哦圓形又點咁樣咯。係啦，咁或者希望大家試下，下個禮拜咧試下可唔可以做個30隻，係啦。咁有啲同學話：哎呀死啦，我做唔夠30隻，咁點算啊？盡做啦，係啦，盡做啦，係啦。咁因為你都知，其實我哋一路咁樣做咧，其實都係希望幫助你哋一路慢慢儲啊，儲份功課係啦，即係日積月累，慢慢儲啲、儲啲、儲啲、儲啲嘅啫，係啦。咁所以咧，即係早啲開波做，你咪之後咪快啲做完你份功課咯，係咪？係啦，咁如果你話唔係喎，即係今個禮拜好多科功課喎，嗱咁你咪做到幾多得幾多咯，係啦，你 at least 開始咗先啦，係啦。So maybe because you need to do a 30 draft today, not today, I mean this week. So if you cannot finish 30, okay, because maybe this week you got a lot of assignment, okay, no worry, okay, you can do as much as you can, okay, because you know that I try to make sure that you will start your assignment earlier, okay? So that you don't need to rush, okay, to finish an assignment very late, okay? So just push, just make sure every week you will do something, okay? If you haven't finished 30, okay, no worry. Do as much as you can and show it to me next week so that I can give you the feedback and then you can have time to modify, okay? 係啦，咁例如我啲 shape，我覺得啊有啲位再執靚啲喎，咁我咪又可以再改啫嘛，係咪？咁就係咁樣樣啦。記住 save 啦，大家如果係digital 畫嘅話，咁如果你畫紙張嘅就冇問題啦。係啦，咁所以咧少少嘅 assignment 就係今個禮拜麻煩大家試下畫30個咁樣嘅剪影就夠啦。咁唔夠30個都唔緊要啦，盡做啦，係啦。咁跟住一樣啦，儲落個 PowerPoint 裏面啦，咁啊放落去啦，咁我哋會開個位俾你哋交入去啦，咁等我就下一次上堂可以再俾翻啲 feedback 大家啦。So in this week you need to draft 30 design of this silhouette, okay, and then I will give you feedback next week. If you haven't, if you cannot finish 30, okay, maybe you only got 10, okay, no worry, you can still submit to me and then I can give you the feedback based on how many you have done, so that I can give you the feedback. I will also create an assignment, okay, but actually it's not an assignment, you know that it's just a checkpoint. Put it into the Moodle, okay, and then please upload your work there and then so that I can give you the feedback, so that you can finish your assignment bit by bit in every week, so that you will not rush to finish your assignment, okay? So finally, just some announcement for you, okay? 係啦，咁最尾啦，咁啊有少少宣佈嘅，咁因為下個星期五咧，我要去上 training，咁所以咧我就同唔到大家上堂嘅，係啦，咁所以咧下個禮拜我哋會cancel class 嘅，咁但係其實但係你會喺個時間表仍然都會見到啦，但係唔需要擔心啊，其實我已經一早咧book 好晒房咧 make up class 㗎啦，咁其實總之下個禮拜唔使上堂，跟住一路順延上到咧，你嘅 timetable 顯示最尾嗰一堂就啱㗎啦，因為我一早已經 book 咗㗎啦嘅個時間表，係啦，咁所以咧就大家留意啦，發達到呢30個 syllabus 你其實有2個星期時間做㗎，因為下個禮拜五係唔使一嚟下個禮拜五係放 public holiday 啦，跟住就變咗再下一個禮拜五咧，其實應該係19號啦，其實我就上 training 啦，係啦，咁所以你其實有好多個禮拜做喎。我哋再下一次上堂係20幾號咧？睇下先。我哋再下一次上堂係26號啊。係啦。So just want to make an announcement with you because of course next week will be the Lunar New Year holiday, so we don't have any class on next Friday. But also I will have a training. I will have a training on 19th of February, so that we don't have lesson on 19. Okay, so we will come back on 26th of February. So you will got 1 week, 2 week. Oh, you got 3 weeks. Okay, you got 3 weeks to do this assignment. Okay, to draw this robot. Okay, the silhouette. Okay. 係啦，咁所以咧，你應該係有時間去做呢個 robot 㗎，係嘛？淨係做剪影，係啦。咁我哋做完剪影之後咧，我哋就下一次咧就會加一啲 detail 上去啦，跟住就再試下開始去上顏色啦，咁就去交功課啦，係啦，咁就 OK 啦，得唔得？好，冇問題咧，咁今日就差唔多啦，因為咧我都知大家突然間咧又會有點半又有另外一堂啊，咁所以咧係啦，先等等啦，係啦，我睇下有冇堂 miss 咗嘢啫。